Okay, it's live on YouTube. It's live on YouTube now. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll begin in 2 minutes. So, pranams everybody. Welcome to today's session. I think I'll put the mic so that it'll be a little more clearer.
So welcome and wishing you all a very happy Gurupurnima. We are in the amidst the energy of this beautiful Guru Tattva. Whole night, I think till 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning, we have this time. I thought I'll make it live because in YouTube it can remain as a recording, so that anytime you want to refer, you can refer to it. It will give also an understanding clearly to everybody about the Guru Tattva. We will be able to understand तो गुरु तत्व लिटिल मोर डीपर थोड़ा और गहराई से समझ पाएंगे गुरु तत्व को so this is definitely not another day like Father's Day, Mother's Day, Children's Day क्योंकि you know what happens in those days Father's Day, Mother's Day एक दिन याद करते हैं उनको फिर भूल जाते हैं तो आज you will see everywhere photos मदर्स डे को सारे मदर्स दिखेंगे इंटरनेट पे फादर्स डे को फादर्स दिखेंगे चिल्ड्रंस डे को चिल्ड्रन दिखेंगे टुडे इट इज गुरुज डे सो all guru photos will come up today. The seekers must be very aware of what we are doing actually. Not falling into this worldly ways of ignorance. These are all mind's ways of getting entangled. This is basically just illusion. We get connected to illusion. Spirituality is actually rising above the illusion. And for that, we need awareness. So that is why we are practicing this awareness so much day and night. So that we just don't be blinded by our minds. As I was telling in the last retreat, this is now the journey from mind to heart. As we move deeper into this journey of the self realizations, it is no more a journey of the mind because mind means dvayat. Mind means samsara. Mind means maya. Mind means chanchala. Mind means fickleness. Mind means impurities. Mind means ignorance. Because the mind is born, only samsara is born. Because the mind is born, we have five senses, and the five senses keep us tied to samsara. So to rise above samsara, we have to rise above mind. Now all this what I am telling this day, that day, it's all mind's play. Are we even aware what we are doing? Why do these days have to come just one day in 365 days and then disappear? इससे बड़ा ignorance और क्या हो सकता है, इससे बड़े अज्ञानता कि साल में एक बार हम ये सब चीजें गहराई से ले चलते हैं और फिर भूल जाते हैं यानी कि उस तत्व को भूल जाते हैं सेलिब्रेशन तो रहता है एक दिन वन डे वी सेलिब्रेट वेरी ग्लोरियसली कैन वी सेलिब्रेट एवरी सिंगल डे देन यू आर इन दैट space of spirituality every moment every aspect of life whatever we call this day and that day that must be every day there is nothing called birthday death day ये सब illusion है these are all ignorances of the mind birthday how can you be born we must practice what we are preaching we must practice what we are learning on one side we keep telling I am not the body I am the soul and on the other day we keep celebrating the number of years that the body is tied to this earth foolishness we forget we are no more aware when we celebrate this day and that day Celebration is of these kind of days are the pramana, proof that we are not aware of what you are doing. It is just like some festivals. Everybody is celebrating, we'll also celebrate. Diwali, Dashara, this, that, all that. Just give me one moment. Just 1 second. Sorry for that. So today we can be a little more conscious and aware of what we are doing. Let us understand this tattva than being just caught up with the mind, caught up with the world. दुनिया लोग करते हैं तो हम भी करते हैं. जरूरी नहीं है. There is no need to actually fall in for the world. Conformity for the world क्यों करें? All these celebrations are deep within. All this wisdom what we have is a deep reflection inside. There's nothing to prove anything to this world. So today we contemplate little deeply on what exactly is this guru. I'm not saying this is not right or that is not right. Everything is right. That's what we are trying to understand. If everything is Shiva consciousness, we say, then everything is his particle. So we'll understand little deeply on 3 levels of the Guru Tattva. Everything is distributed or divided in 3. They are called triads. Dyads and triads. The moment duality comes in, dyads come in. Sun, moon, male, female, white, black, day, night, good, bad, papa, punya, dvayat. Triads are something like the subjective, objective, and the relation between them. Like there is a teacher, there is a student, automatically two will come. Dyads, dvayat. If there is a teacher, there has to be a student. If there is a student, there has to be a teacher. And in between them, there is a relation, learning or teaching. Teacher, student, teaching, or student, teacher, learning. Between God, there is a devotee, there is a devoted, that is the God, and there is devotion. So you can see all these 3: observer, observed, and the observation. 3 things. These are called triads. So dyads come and then triads come. We were learning about this in level 2 retreats. All these have to disappear. All these come when mind comes. If you give importance to dyads and triads, you can never realize the self. All concepts come in this dyads and triads. All kind of concepts are built into this. So one of the triads is the 3 zones of learning: the outer, the inner outer, and the innermost, which we call as apara, para, and para. Para means complete. Apara means incomplete. So outside we are calling incomplete. Inside the highest para, like para Brahman, para Shiva, para Shakti, Paramatma, complete and final, ultimate, supreme. Opposite to that is apara. So para is advaita, oneness. Apara is dvaita, two, duality. In between, there is a zone of mixture of both, a little bit of para and apara, or external and internal, or incomplete and complete, or duality and non duality, mixture. This is a transition zone. Now, we have to understand where are we. If you become deeply aware and if you contemplate, where am I? Before who am I, it is always where am I? We must know in the journey where we have reached. Are we in the outer? Are we in the mid? Or are we in the highest, inner? Mand, Madhya, Uttam. Three types of seekers are there. Mand, dull. Madhyam, mediocre, mediate. Medium. Uttam, the highest, the best. Three types of seekers. Understand all these things very crystal clear. All the doubts will go. We are not talking any Andhvishwas here. Because we are in the mind, we are just programmed by some beliefs. When I started talking about these things, people said this is something anti guru and all that stuff. That is because there is no clarity. What is anti in this? Guru Tatva is inclusive of everything. All these three comes in the Tatva. So today let us understand the whole Tatva, this whole cosmos, the whole creation, everything about consciousness. From everything comes from this consciousness. And if we don't understand consciousness, how are you going to understand everything? So consciousness and the whole play is made out of these three. When there is no play, it is para, complete, dvayat, one, nothingness. When the play begins, the medium, intermediate, and the external, all these three have to come. That is how the whole Srishti goes. And it's a cycle. It goes to the third, from inner to middle to outer, and then it returns back from outer to middle to inner. Inner means one cycle is complete. That is only called one cycle of creation. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. See the whole thing? This also comes under triad now. Brahma is the creation. Without creation, there is no start of the play of consciousness. So that is the first step of creation. Brahma, the creator. Because creation is there, next Vishnu will come. Without Brahma, no Vishnu. So these steps are in sequence. Without Vishnu, there is no point of what are you going to destroy? The destruction. Because something is there, only destruction. So all three are interrelated. When the destruction happens, again it reverses back to nothingness. So our journey is again from in to out and out to in. Isn't that? Where are we? Is the question. Before who am I? Where am I? Upadeshasaram beautifully explains where am I? Those who are new and interested to know, you can go and do the courses. I will not be discussing anything about Upadeshasaram. Upadeshasaram is complete. It talks to us where we stand on the journey. You will have crystal clear clarity. Here I am, and what next to do. You will know what is the goal, the ultimate goal of liberation. So, how do I reach till that goal? For that, I get a proper map. For that, we have to understand the whole journey of this cycle. Everything is in cycle, everything is in three only: Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Ichha Shakti creates, and Kriya Shakti assists in creation and maintenance. And there's a Jnana Shakti which knows how much to create, how much to maintain, and when to destroy. Jnana Shakti. Jnana is wisdom. Jnana is supreme. The ultimate reality of that oneness of Shiva consciousness is pure wisdom. The ultimate tattva, the essence of the self, the meaning of the self is pure wisdom. It contains everything. The wisdom to hold, the wisdom to create, wisdom to hold and sustain, and the wisdom to destroy back. And when everything is destroyed, that nothingness, that void, that Parashiva, Nirguna Nirakara, consciousness, pure consciousness, has all these contents. It has the wisdom. So this wisdom never dies. Like Ramana Bhagavan says, when self-realization happens, they are called Gyanis. Why they are called Gyanis? Because the wisdom comes forth, not the Bhautik Gyan. We're talking about Adi Bhautik Gyan. We are not talking about the worldly wisdom. We are talking about that wisdom which is an innate propertiness. Because of this wisdom only, all the outer wisdom also comes. All the science, technology, all these things come from the inner wisdom. Inner wisdom is Shashvat, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It is self-skilled. No one need to be teaching it. It has its own knowledge, self-contained. But the outer knowledge has to be taught. Even somebody has to learn it. Rishis have to learn it. Teachers have to learn it. Gurus have to learn it. So-called download, and there's a process. You are borrowing from somewhere and sharing it to others, and they further share it to others. That is the worldly knowledge. But this knowledge is self-contained. Every one of us has it. Because every one of us has the spark of divine consciousness, which is called a Shiva consciousness. Self knowledge cannot be taught. Self knowledge has to be realized. When self wisdom is realized, it is called self realization. So, all the tattvas from outside can only assist you to self realize. Nobody from outside can give you self realization. No guru can give it. No God can give it. Guru is the divine being, that spark of being which is fully established and illuminated, the spark of divine, which now comes only to help the ignorant become knowledgeable, wise, the sleeping to awaken. So the Guru Tattva work is only to awaken, illumine, guide, direct, motivate, inspire. Guru cannot give you self realization. You can check by experience, or you can check Shastras, you can check all the higher tattvas. It's very, very clear. So that shows that ultimately, even if we are connecting to a teacher, the teacher's grace, what you call, what is the grace? The teacher's intent upon you, the teacher's sankalpa, the teacher's divinity, when all combined, becomes a force that is called grace. the teacher's direction, teacher's experience, all becomes a force in helping the student moving towards the ultimate goal. So that teacher's spark is coming from where? Let us understand these tattvas little deeply. Who illumines gods? Do gods have capacity to be born on their own? Who illumines the gurus? Do gurus have the capacity to birth by themselves? Who illumines the seekers or the ignorant? Do they have the capacity to be born by themselves? Who illumines the jivas? Can they be born by themselves? Stay connected, okay? Stay aware. This is not a pravachan. Shift into awareness. You all know how to stay connected. Smaran karo. Whatever I'm saying, smaran karo. Smaran means whatever I say, reflect deeply. Don't listen. Let your ears listen, but let your awareness contemplate and reflect deeply what is being spoken here. Chintan karo, manan karo, shravan karo. Shravan means the art of deep contemplation while you listen. Simultaneous, it's called sadhana. That is why all satsangs are sadhana. Satsangs are not preachings and teachings. So please do not sit like you're listening to hear some wisdom. Wisdom is there in every word. Meditation is there in every word. Don't wait for meditations to fold your leg and sit in Padmasana. Roll up your eyes, roll up your sleeves, make your spine straight. Don't wait for all those things. Here we don't do all that. Here you can see there is no invocation also. I teach people not to get into that habit of invocation. And in the end, you just say gratitude and you disconnect. It becomes a very subconscious loop, a bad habit of connecting and disconnecting. So you want to meditate, you sit and you connect, you invoke, you call everyone, the higher ones, the Guru Tattva, the ascended masters, God, you invoke everybody. And when your work is done, you say Tata, bye bye, gratitude. You go disconnected and then you're completely disconnected until next time. So those who keep until next time need invocations. Whereas we teach here to be always invoked in a state of awareness, because when you're aware, you're connected to that tattva. You're connected to the consciousness. You are connected to the Guru Tattva. Awareness itself is Guru Tattva. Today I'll explain, try to explain it to you. I'll only say the word try because I can only try. How much you catch, how much you understand, how much you want to understand is upon you. That nobody can change. That's the free will. We'll understand grace deeply. So I was asking this question. Can gods be born on their own? Can we be born on our own? Can everything in this creation be born on our own? Again, Upadesh Saram. If you understand, even study the Vedas or Upanishads or the Sankhya philosophy or any philosophy, any concepts, any teachings you take on how the world was created, you'll understand nobody has the power to create themselves because everybody came later. First came the light, the sound, the Omkara, and the different stages, vibrations, the Spandan that kept moving further. The first Spandan is Omkara. Then when it moves forwards, it creates different vibrations. Those vibrations only turn into a different geometry, which you call as the Sri Chakra. Sri Chakra is just the geometrical patterns of that Omkara which has spread further and created the world. Because everything is created out of vibration. Vibration only becomes energy, that only manifests into matter. This is all explained in so many scriptures very clearly. So we came later as matter. Then who created us? You will forget the whole creation outside because actually there is no creation outside. These are two level two talks. All may not understand. Matter came later. First, consciousness, then the light, then the vibrations, and then further mini vibrations. They only become matter. And the return of everything is destruction of that matter means what? Matter is raised into the frequency is raised. That matter only turns back into energy, turns back into sound, and then it turns back into light and it evaporates. Everything goes off. That is what you call as pralaya. In Sri Vidya, that is explained very clearly. Sanghar Chakra and Shrishti Chakra. When this energy moves outward, it creates. That is called Shrishti Chakra. Who is the creator? Shakti, Ichha Shakti. When Shakti moves outward, the three forces become active. They all function as one only. But inside Sukshma, they are these three forces. One force is the Ichha, Kama Shakti. Kama is desire. Why the creation came? One desire. Oh, you must have heard of that. One desire. Ek Ichha. To experience. That is Ichha Shakti. The moment Ichha is there, Kriya will automatically happen, nothing else to do. Whatever I'm saying right now, keep reflecting on your life, okay? This macrocosm story, what we are hearing, is reflective. Whatever I'm talking about, the consciousness is you, your microcosm. You are a universe. You an entity have an universe. इसका ही रिफ्लेक्शन वो है और उसका रिफ्लेक्शन ये है, you can say inner world and outer world. This inner world we called as Pindanda, outer we called as Brahmanda. So there is a mini universe which we call as micro universe, larger universe, macro universe, reflections there. Whatever I tell you, it will have direct implication on your life. There was nothing. Where were you? You were also nothing only. When did we become aware? Somewhere in childhood. When we born, are we aware at that time? Are we conscious of who am I? Where did I come from? No idea. It takes some time to catch up. So that's what I'm trying to say. We don't have the power to create. See, we are thrown into this universe. We are thrown into somebody's wombs. We are thrown into some geographical location in this whole world. And by the time we become conscious, we don't even know how we came here. So something creates us. For now, only if we understand that much is enough. That something creates us. I don't create myself. Wait for a minute before you say, no, I created, I decided, I took this. Do you remember is what I'm asking. Let us be practical here. What you don't remember, what you have not experienced is just a concept. Somebody has told you, you have got into that. Until you experience, you should not believe anything. It must be a truth. No problem. Everything is a truth. that comes from Vedas or Upanishads. But believing them is useless. You will just become believer. Because once you become a believer, then you will believe anything without authenticity. Anybody says anything, you will believe. So whatever you hear, whatever you read, whatever you take from outside, you have to reflect. And that reflective power comes only by awareness, discrimination, viveka. Viveka is to sharpen. This viveka only is called guru. I'll come again to it. I'll again and again keep reminding this. The sukshma truths. Because we cannot catch the sukshma truth, we catch the stula, the grass. Whatever we cannot perceive deeply in our awareness, deeply in our consciousness, we perceive through the five senses. Whatever we cannot perceive through the sixth sense, awareness again, buddhi, intellect, we start perceiving through the five senses. Because iska praman hai. The five senses have a lot of proof, evidence, but this one you cannot have a proof. Because for this one, you need to go above the mind. These five are in the mind. That's why I'm telling mind is not a very good place, zone to be there. And we believe all these concepts and we are just believers of something, just going with whatever the world is doing. World is doing with the five senses. But spirituality means awakening, rising above the five senses, using the sixth sense awareness. Because by sixth sense only you will realize I'm not the body. You cannot understand by the five senses. And I look around, everybody is talking with the five senses. I am not the body. I am the soul. Shivoham. I am Shiva. Who told you? Some concept has come into our heads. So we are believers. Have you experienced it? To experience it, you activate the sixth sense because sixth sense takes you above the experience of the five senses. Five senses limitations है. ये सिर्फ आपको देह बोध करा सकता है. The five senses can give you experiences of just the body and the mind, not above the intellect. Anandamaya kosha, no. Jnanamaya kosha, no. Anandamaya kosha, no. Beyond the Jnanamaya kosha, panchakoshas, no experience. So to go above the mind means you have to come to the zone of sixth sense. So progression is only when you rise above the five senses. So five senses, if you investigate, you will come to know all these things. Fifth, the sixth sense only can give you an experience of I'm not the body. I'm pure awareness. I'm pure consciousness. And I'm sure all of you have that experience now very solid. Past 3-4 years, all you are doing. Because without that, you cannot go further. Arunachala Tatva, moving towards the self, because self is ati sukshma. You have to train so much to go and investigate that self. Atma Vichara, who am I? Who am I cannot be done by the mind, and people sit doing it with the mind. People try to write books on that. How can you write books on who am I? Who am I is a process that can be done only by the seeker. No guru can teach who am I. Guru can take you closest to that sukshma spot from where you need to rely only on your awareness. Then only you'll investigate. Then only the manonasha can happen, the destruction of ego. So that is what I'm trying to tell now, the three parts. So for that, you need the inner guru, which is awareness. It is known in the scripture as Kartikeya or Skanda or Kumara or Murugan or Shanmukha. Shanmukha, six mukha, six face. What are six face? The Panchindriyas, five sense, and the sixth sense. Shanmukha is the sixth sense. Shanmukha is seated here, Murugan, Kartikeya. He is known as the Guru. South India you go, Kartikeyan is worshipped as the Guru. This is the Guru Chakra. Skanda is seated here. Kartikeyan, he is known as the Shiva Putra. Shiva is here. Putra is here. Son is here. Shiva is consciousness. Murugan is awareness. Skanda, Kumara is awareness. Because with consciousness, without awareness, is of no use. Shiva, without awareness, cannot know he is Shiva. Investigate these things. Even Shiva consciousness need to have the tattva of awareness. That is only known as Kartikeya. So when Kartikeya is awakened in Shiva consciousness, Shiva is even aware. So this awareness, if it is Guru, Shiva is consciousness. So can we say consciousness का गुरु awareness है? Yes. Can we say Shiva's guru is Kartikeyan? Now you get it. You know the story, right? Kartikeya is the guru, Swaminathan of Shiva. Mythology says that. Skanda Purana says that. Now, Puranas, mythology, stories, good, but they are very relevant, very symbolical. It has deep esoteric meanings. We do not discard the Puranas. What we discard here is the blind beliefs in the stories, just believing as a story and not wanting to investigate further what is the meaning of that story and how this story relates to my life. Every Purana is my story. Ramayana is my story. Mahabharata is my story. I've explained esoterically this all very deep. How Ram is consciousness, Sita is the mind, Lakshmana is the awareness, Hanuman is the prana, how ego is Ravana, how the mind is snatched away by the ego. When ego comes into the mind, it takes it away from consciousness, from Rama to Lanka, Muladhara, and keeps it captive there. It stays captive there until Hanumana helps. Hanumana is Vayuputra, Prana, Vayu, Prana, breath. By the power of pranayama and breath, the Kundalini is awakened and Shakti rises up. Sita is freed from Lanka Muladhara and she returns back to her Lord. Before returning, she has to pass through the Agni, Shiva Agni, Jnana Chakshus here. This is the Guru Chakra. This is the fire of wisdom, the third eye of Shiva, where constantly the Agni is there, Jnana Agni is there, Jnana Agni is Prajwal here all the time. Guru is Jnana, Guru is Agni. Guru is the burner of all ignorance. He burns down all agyanta. So Guru Chakra is fire. The third eye of Shiva denotes that fire. When Shiva opens his third eye means he opening his awareness. And by awareness, when you look at your concepts, you look at all the falseness that you have built, everything gets destroyed because you're aware now. That is known as pralaya. When everything gets destroyed, falseness gets destroyed, only you can return back. Only when Ravana is destroyed. Sita can return back to Ram, but before going to Ram, she has to give the Agni Pariksha, the fire. The final purity has to be done because the consciousness has gone down. We all will have to give this test. Now, see, where is Ramayana? One is the outer element. You have to determine where are you in the three stages that I said. Are you in para, para, or apara? Are you in the deep internal highest, or are you in the middle transition zone, or are you completely outer? If you're outer, your books, your scriptures will give you all external work. You'll put up photos, you'll build up images, you'll build up temples, you'll start worshipping outside, and the Ramayana will remain always outside. This internal Ramayana, who reveals your inner Guru? The inner Guru can capture, can deeply read the meaning of any tattva, anybody who's awakened here, whose jnana is awakened. Give them any scripture, give them any book, they will decode it immediately and tell you what is the deep meaning in that. Because the inner Guru is active. If the inner Guru is not active, then you need an outer Guru to give you all the introduction. The outer Guru. Why outer Guru? Because you are outer. You are outer, you are not hearing the inner. The inner Guru is trying to tell you, but where are you? You're not available here. You have gone out because Indriya is outside, Panch Indriya. Now you're stuck in the world. You're stuck with Karmakanda. You're stuck with Ramayana. It should have relieved you, but you're stuck there in all the formalities. People are busy there, building temples, killing each other in the name of God. So much of violence, so much of hate, so much of diversity. Is this what Ram taught us? Ram Tattva is Yoga Vashishta. How many of us know Yoga Vashishta? We know Rama and good. We know Yoga Vashishta because Yoga Vashishta is what Ram was taught by his Guru, Guru Yoga, Guru Vashishta. Training was given, right? Guru is needed. Even Ram needed a Guru to completely turn within. Why? Because Ram is external. He is in the samsara. When you are in samsara, you will get a Guru in samsara because then you will hear. Somebody has to talk to you with Panchendriyas. Because this Guru has only one sixth sense, the sixth Indriya, intuitiveness. So if I am not intuitive, I cannot hear the inner voice. So I'll have to use my Panchindriyas. So the Parabrahman manifests himself into a body who has five senses also, and that is called the Guru. And the Guru then educates the people who are living in the five senses. So that is called the outer Guru. Outer Guru gives you the Gyan of the inner Guru. The work of the outer Guru is to lead you to this inner Guru who once awakened. You will find the way to the final goal. Remember one thing, from the Mooladhara, whoever is there in the Mooladhara, newly awakened, Mooladhara is ignorance, Maya, Samsara. So from there, Guru awakens and he guides. And the seeker, sadhaka, rises with the Guru's support to the higher chakras. And the whole struggle is to come till here. So the outer Guru is constantly stabilizing this seeker through many ways. We bow to the outer Gurus today because it is the great work of the outer Gurus. The Gurus who work in the samsara selflessly, trying to uplift, awaken the fire that we have forgotten. Multiple paths, doesn't matter. All paths are one, purpose is one. Whichever path, the purpose is one, to lead you back home. Every Guru is important, every Guru is divine. They all have different ways. Some Gurus in the Karma Yoga, some Gurus in the Bhakti Yoga, some Gurus in the Raj Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, and some Gurus in the Jnana Yoga. They are all Gurus. Why? Because we are all having different attributes. We cannot all be one. You can see that the human ego is never one. Diversity. Everybody is different. Somebody has an inclination towards Hatha Yoga. because they are very physical, gross people. So they deserve a Hatha Yogi Guru. They deserve a Guru who can teach them seva, service, because this being is now bound by physicality. That is the only language they'll understand. So the Parabrahman manifests as a Hatha Yogi Guru or the Guru in the world who teaches seva, how to serve. That is the grossest kind of work that can be done, because when the ego is very strong, nothing else can be understood. No mind, no bhakti, no meditation, impossible. Jnana to dur ki baat. What is understood? I am just a physicality. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of power. But there is an interest in God, in the truth. So a guru at that level comes and teaches, uplifts them. Somebody who's a little more refined, their heart chakras have awakened, the bhakti and devotion is good in them, they will get a similar guru in the bhakti marga. They don't understand what is work. They understand only devotion to the Lord based on love, surrender, ready to surrender. Karma yoga teaches you to surrender. Bhakti yoga are people who can surrender very easily because of the love they have. So they are more softer. So bhakti yoga, bhakti marga, hundreds of different paths and religions to teach this. Hundreds of different paths in karma yoga. And more refined, when somebody exterior physicality has gone and they are more refined even in the bhakti outside, they can be deeper inside, inner reflective people. They don't need outside things, karmakanda or physical shrama to move around, run around to find God. They don't need to chant or sing or dance to find God. They can simply sit in one place and meditate because they are more refined. Evolution hai. These are evolutions. Read Upadesh Saram again. Study it. You'll come to know the evolution. Raj Yoga means withdrawal. Somebody can sit and meditate. So there are different sets of gurus again in Raj Yoga who teach meditation. Similarly, Kundalini Yoga. They teach how to awaken the Shakti with a form of breath work. These combine all the three Kundalini Yoga. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga. Mix. You'll see all its mix in Kundalini Yoga. Because Hatha also is needed there. Hatha Yoga. हट करके एनर्जी को उठाते हैं जबरदस्ती. And there is force used. Force needs ego. Force needs the I, the doer. Because Kundalini is divine mother. ज्ञान शक्ति है वो. ज्ञान शक्ति स्वरूपिणी. You think the mother, divine mother who created this entire Shrishti doesn't know how to find her way back? That I have to push her in this chakra and that chakra. Think about it. Think about it. The intelligence that governs its whole body, the food it digests, the perspiration happens, the brain signal sends electrical signals all over the body by which my limbs move. I breathe on my own. I am not doing anything to breathe. Heart is beating on its own. Jnana Shakti is doing this. This is full cosmic intelligence here. If you if you become aware, awareness path is only this, to observe, because by observing you will surrender. The I will just not feel like doing anything because you are in shock looking at this whole creation, this whole Brahmanda. I cannot create this. Those who have not investigated will say, I create this body, I do it, I live my life, I am the doer, I create everything in my life. Full control. This controller wants to even control the Shakti. Not wrong. That is also a path. But I am telling they are lower paths. They are not still come to the surrender. There is force there. There is hatha there. They can be used, but powerful paths. Powerful because you are not only awakening the Divine Mother, not only freeing Sita from Ravana, but also paving way for her by doing different sadhanas. Good, it's intense, but they all involve doership. Finally, you come to the Gyan Marga. There are many teachers and masters in the Gyan Marga. That path is more of surrender, love, grace, non doing, being. Because by the time you become mature, you understand I am not the doer. When my conscience is down, I have to be the doer because without doing, you cannot come here. You have to do. Doing is not wrong, but doing is progression. It has not yet progressed. It is just one part of the journey. It is coming up. So by the time it comes here and ripens, this art, this awareness awakens, this third eye starts opening. Shiva's third eye starts opening. Because the Shakti which is down, which has gone down, it is creating. Till it is going to Muladhara, it is busy creating. Again, reflect what I am telling. Here, when the Shakti is moving down, I am creating my body. Similarly, simultaneously, it creates the whole universe. Simultaneous. Goes to the Muladhara, tired. Shakti gets tired. Created, created, created. Now, the problem is everything you create, you have to sustain. So, Brahma Tattva starts creating, Vishnu Tattva sustains, maintains, maintains, maintains. It keeps maintaining. So Shakti is involved in these three. What are we maintaining for? What are we creating for? The creation is for satisfaction, for experience, bhoga. Bhog kyun? Experience kyun? So that I feel contented, peaceful. Every bhoga, see, one taste bud, you want to eat something. इच्छा वही तृप्त होने के लिए contentment only you see. So for contentment, the chase comes. I want to be contented. And when you're looking outside, you see something eatable, you go for it. Ichha kiya, I want to be contented. Kriya will automatically go and take that object. It will make you move and do that action. That is called karma. Without ichha, you are a karma. No karma. One ichha, you become a karma doer. Karta you become. The moment you become karta, karma dosh lagta hai. Then you come under the bracket of karma phala. Why? Because this ichha wala is the doer. I want it. The moment you say I want it, the karma phala comes to this I, which Krishna is trying to explain in Bhagavad Gita. Give up this I, otherwise you will be in trouble. Karma phala will keep coming to you. And here see, everything we are the doer. I want to do meditation. You are under karma. The moment you say I want to do karma, the karma phala will come to you. So whatever meditation phala will come to you, and that will bind you. Oh, but karma or meditation is good, you'll say. It's not good on the liberation front because sattvic guna, sattva guna also binds you. You have to go gunatit for liberation. Sattva guna also will not help you because sattva guna may take you to the higher lokas. But again, you will be thrown back here for liberation. So punarpi janma, punarpi mantam is there even with sattva. That's why I'm saying to clear sattva also. So rajas, tamas, sattva, all these have to be cleared, and it cannot be cleared if you have the I. Even if the saint says, I want to save this world, I want to save this world, he's stuck. Refer to the story of Shiv Mahapurana, where Shiva comes and teaches the rishis who are doing havan, telling them, you are stuck. But they say, no, we are doing havan for the better of humanity, to save them. And Shiva says, because you want to save them, you are getting the karma phala, good punya, and for that you get stuck. You go to the higher loka, you come back, again you are doing the same thing. You are stuck in Punarpi Janmam, Punarpi Maranam. He's talking to the rishis and rishipatnis, who are the highest of statures. Because even the rishis have the eye. Because they have the eye, they feel they are the savior of this world. Because they feel they are the savior of this world, Icha, let us save this world, and Kriya, they will go and do karma kanda, whatever they are doing to save the world, and that brings them karma phala. That karma phala makes them stuck. All this has been explained very deeply in Upadesha Saram. This is the Gyan Marga, what we are talking from. Gyan Marga reveals all this hidden stuff. बारीक बारीक जो होते हैं ना सब, everything it gives clarity. So every minute thing where we are stuck also, the grace relieves us. That is called pralaya. Pralaya destroys all this. Till now we were thinking, oh, it's good to be doing this and save the world and it's a nice act. Now see, pralaya is happening. Shiva burns even that concept. Give up that wrong understanding. That is the Agni, Shiva Agni. If Shiva opens, everything gets destroyed, including the good concepts, not just the bad. He destroys even the good concepts. Sattva also he destroys. Because only when the three gunas are destroyed, you become like him. Nirguna. If there is no guna, there cannot be akara. Simple. गुण है तो आकार है, शरीर लेते हैं हम, आकार ही है ये. Every sharir, every body that you see has some or the other guna. That is why they have the body. गुण है तो आकार है. निर्गुणा निराकार. And that is our ultimatum. So will he spare anything? Shiva's grace. It will not spare. You'll understand when you come to this zone of Arunachala. He doesn't spare any concepts. You have to become completely conceptless. So, this, what I'm talking, this is revealed by the highest Guru sitting inside us, Dakshinamurthy, Shiva Swarupa. Now, we cannot understand Dakshinamurthy, another form of Shiva. What I'm talking is all Dakshinamurthy Tatva. Because that Guru is silent and we are not silent. Because our mind is noise. What is noise? Desires. Every desire is a vibration, Icha. Every desire is a vibration, Icha. So it moves. That movement is called Chanchala Shakti. Chanchala, every Icha is Chanchala. Shakti is always Chanchala. She cannot sit. Shakti is always moving. That is why mind is always moving. Because mind is moving, body is moving, life is moving. Movement has to stop. The day it is still, it is called Pralaya. That is called liberation. Whole journey is about understanding this movement is samsara. Stillness is mukti. Is jnana tattva, what we are telling. Some of you may not understand. That's okay. These are all higher practices, what we are doing in level 2, moving towards level 3, which is complete stillness, complete freedom, self-realization. With movement, you cannot self-realize. It is all myth that you say by being a doer, by being a yogi, by being this and that, you can attain God. You will still be moving. Till you are moving, you cannot be free. For that, refer to Devi Kalotra. It is there in my courses, shiftingintoawareness.com/courses. Do it. The final Upadesha Shiva has given to Parvati. When Parvati has moved from Muladhara and come here, they are having a samvada. She comes here, she has awareness. This is awareness. By that awareness only you can go to Shiva. Without this awareness, you cannot understand Shiva. You cannot understand his forms. You'll be in concepts. You'll be stuck with that Shiva is just the Jatadhari. He is just the god with a form. He's angry. He has all emotions. Those are true, but if you are in the outer zone. If consciousness is very out, then that Nirguna Nirakara's Rupa, that also is taking. You are taking a Rupa, even gods are taking Rupa. All gods are also true till you have a body. If you are on the body level, that God is true for you, Ramana Bhagwan says. Are gods true? He says yes, because you have a body. Why can't gods have a body? But if you have removed your body consciousness, you have come to this zone. Shakti has reached from Muladhara till here. Body consciousness is dropping. Now she is only awareness. That time she is getting the final Upadesha from Shiva, how to merge. And for that he says, you have to completely give up doership. No movement at all. Complete still. No fear, no doubts. Fear and doubts come with ichcha and desires only. So till the time, even there is one desire, you will be in samsara. Sarvagyanutra, the wisdom given by Shiva to Kartikeya. In that he says, one thought is samsara. No thought is me. Uninterrupted attention on me only, you will get it. One thought, one will consider, you'll have a movement. You will move towards samsara. One thought, even if it is a holy thought, even if it is a God thought, you will be out. No thought means no thought. Sattva thought means that is moving towards self-realization. Let us understand self-realization also. So these tattvas, what I am talking, is given by the inner guru. Shiva only becomes your guru. He is the param guru. That will be realized only when our chitti has come here. When the chitti comes here, it is Gyan Marga. Skanda opens up, Kartikeyan opens up. They say Shiva, Shakti is the whole body, moving up and down. Shiva, Kartikeyan is sitting here, one son. The other son is sitting in the Muladhara, Vinayaka or Ganesha. They say you cannot begin your journey upwards without the blessing of Ganesha. Very true. So you take the blessing of Ganesha, the headless. What is headless? Egoless. Human heads are ego. Ganesha doesn't have a human head. So the journey begins from there by his blessings, Vignaharta. And then when we move upwards, we reach here. Without the grace of Kartikeya or Skanda, Shivaputra, you cannot meet him. Without awareness, you cannot go there. Awareness is Guru. Dakshinamurthy, awareness. Dakshinamurthy only, the Shiva Swarupa only. No guna. Silence. That is why silence. No talks. Why no talks? Because to talk, communicate, you need five senses. And Dakshinamurthy Bhagavan is beyond the senses. So to understand Dakshinamurthy, we have to go beyond the senses. You cannot understand Dakshinamurthy with five senses. But we create another Murti of Bhagavan Dakshinamurthy and we sit talking to him, praying to him. Okay, good. But that's not the Tattva. Tattva, we have to understand all the gods, deities, all these forms have some properties, some attributes it has. We have to understand they are not all same. If they are all same, then why give so many rupas to it? Kala Bhairava is not same as Shiva. You might go to Shiva for blessings. I need a son, I need a daughter, I need a wife, I need a husband, I need a house, I need my desires to be fulfilled. And he says Tatatu. That Shiva is different. Who blesses you for the world. You go to Kala Bhairava, he snatches. He destroys what you have. Kala Bhairava Tattva is different. Bhairava, Bhaya, beyond. Rava is sound. The one who takes you beyond sound. Sound is what? Noise, Icha, Chanchala. Continuously ringing in the head. So Kala Bhairava is different. And the other, see, all these forms of Shiva, they have different attributes. But because we don't know, we pray. We might go to Kala Bhairava and ask for a car. We do that. He simply relieves you of all your possessions so that you can become one. He takes you beyond all the noise. Kala, he takes you beyond time, introduce you to Mahakal. No time, no space, no distance. Oneness. When Dvait happens, immediately separate, two हो गया. The moment there is separation, there is two. इसके बीच में space आ गया, इसके बीच में time आ गया to move from here to here, और इसके बीच में distance आ गया, काल आ गया, time. Mahakal, beyond time. All this suppresses, no time, no space, no distance. At that, where is God? Where are you? You and God are one. That's supreme liberation. So we have to understand these tattvas. Kartikeya is different. Kartikeya has a function. Don't be just caught up in all those stories, how they fought with each other, how he left home and went there, and things like that. They also have a deep significance. Don't just be caught up in these stories. If you're caught up in the stories, then you're in the outer ring. Okay. So what I told you till now, all these are the details given by which can be revealed by Dakshinamurti. The self-knowledge is revealed by Dakshinamurti, knowledge of the self. And it is revealed in silence. When you become completely still, completely silent, all this wisdom starts erupting from inside. There is no learner here. There is no teacher here. You just come into that bracket. You're aligned with that tattva, and everything just comes down into you. You just know that is the grace of Dakshinamurti. For that, eligibility is complete silence. Who can be silent? All whose noises have stopped, all the desires have dropped, all the me and mine has dropped, all the clinging to concepts and beliefs and conditions and this and that, to paths, to multiple temples, to rituals, to mantras, to yantras. All these things are still concepts. All these have to be completely res. And that is the jnana given in Devi Kalatra, where he's telling Parvati, give up everything, including all the meditations, including the meditations that you do on the chakra, he says. Give up all the deities sitting in every chakra, including Vinayaka sitting in the Muladhara. Why is telling? Because now you cannot move with concepts. Parvati has come till here. If you want to meet me, Shiva says, final Updesha, Devi Kalotra, you have to become completely empty. So when one becomes completely empty, the Dakshinamurti sitting here who is pure silence, your silence and that silence is one. In that silence is all the self-knowledge. It's simply, so the Brahma Gyan is hidden there. Brahma Gyan cannot be given by anybody. It might seem like Guru is giving Brahma Gyan. Guru is giving words. Guru is giving theory, Brahma Gyan. Practicality happens in silence only. Practicality happens with the grace of Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is no one other than Shiva. So this is called the real Guru, the Param Guru, which is seated inside as pure awareness. So this is the inner. The next step is, if you don't understand this, if it is too deep, too high, and stuff like that, then the inner outer, the middle, the Madhya Varga. Three, I said, no, three states of consciousness of the seeker. One is Mand, completely outside. One is Madhya, and one is Uttam. So Uttam Shrenika sadhaks, the seekers, they don't need any gadgets, any formalities. Mind is purified, empty, and grace does the work. The third Granthi which is opened, Rudra Granthi, is opened only by grace. First Granthi is opened by the Guru, the Mooladhara, Brahma Granthi. Second Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, is opened by the seeker by effort alone. Nobody can open, else can open it. So if effort is not there, this Granthi doesn't open. Without this Granthi opening, you cannot move upward. This Granthi, when it opens, it is oneness. Heart chakra khul jata hai. It just opens. There is no diversity anymore. You see only oneness. You can't understand what is this multiple religion, what is this multiple language, what is this multiple paths, multiple gurus, multiple theories, multiple concepts. Division you cannot understand at this zone. If you are in this zone where only non-dual experiences, where oneness is there, where you can look at anything without judgment, without getting triggered. There is simply love for all the beings. Then Vishnu Granthi is opened. Without this, you cannot go to the next level. That is pure grace. Rudra Granthi is broken by the final grace of Shiva. In Shiva Sutra, it is known as Tivra Tivra Shaktipat. There are multiple levels of Shaktipats that happen in the body, in the life. Shiva Sutras explain Shiva only gives the grace, the pure consciousness, not the Shiva that you are thinking about, the image. That Shiva also is illuminated by the light of Parashiva. Because Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, Rudra, they cannot come alive without this light descending. So some light is there. That light only is consciousness. Consciousness only brings every life into illumination. All the gods, Devi Devtas, different lokas, different jivas, jiva jantus, till Patal Loka. Without that light, it's not possible. That is why I asked, can we be born? Can gurus be born? Can saints be born? Can the mightiest of beings be born without that light? That light is withdrawn, beings become Shava. You see, when the light is withdrawn, even from a robber, it is a dead body. The body doesn't function anymore. Even if it is taken out from a saint, the body has to fall apart. Body cannot go. Even from the astral bodies, higher bodies, gods, Devi Devatas, who don't have a physical form, they have the astral form. That astral form also is illuminated by some consciousness. You take it out, the astral form also has no value. It cannot function on its own. That light is known as consciousness, supreme consciousness, which some call Shiva, some call Allah, some call God. It doesn't have a name. The moment you name it, it is no more that supreme. Any name you give, because the moment you give name, concepts will flow immediately. You will make it a religion, you will make it some idea, and all that is not the Paratattva. Paramatma is not that. Paramatma is beyond all this. Any definitions, purest of pure. Even when I say supreme, supreme also is a word. You can't even say anything. You can just realize that state, that supreme pure consciousness without words. If you can even relate to, that's God. That's the supreme one. Para. Para also, when you say, it's been polluted. Can you see that? Can you understand that? That state, that is what it is. So rest all. Whatever we are doing puja, whatever we are doing worship, whatever we are meditating upon, be it Brahma or Vishnu or Shiva, they're all forms. They're all gunas. They have attributes. Still not complete. We have to identify and find out what is illuminating even the gods. That illumination, if you catch, you are going to that. That is what we do, shifting into awareness. In shifting into awareness, it's all the zone beyond this. No more in the physicalities. Of course, we are guided by Shiva Tattva, Arunachala. Without his grace, we cannot. Dakshinamurthy. That Dakshinamurthy needs a voice for those who cannot hear. So Arunachala is known as Shiva, the hill. In Skanda Purana, if you see, Shiva says, for the benefit of the people who cannot understand my true nature, Nirguna Nirakara, I take this form of the hill, because Shiva converts then into light, light becomes matter, matter is only that hill. He has descended down for the benefit of people who cannot understand consciousness, who can understand only grossness. So he manifested as the hill and thus came in all those physicalities, all the Girivallam, all the worship, the temples, the Jyotirlingas, all those things came later. For whom? For those who have bodies and those who can only understand by the five senses. Shiva has taken that form. Those who can understand beyond that will realize that Arunachala only is the self. Arunachala only is Shiva. Say, if I have a body, I link to the hill. If I lose my body consciousness, I understand that Shiva consciousness only is that hill. Now, same way, that hill is Shiva consciousness. I told consciousness plus awareness. Then only Shrishti हो सकती है. Awareness has to be there. Shiva has to have Kartikeya. So that Kartikeya only is referred to as Skanda in Arunachala. Skandashram. On top you can see Skandashram. You can see the whole hill Arunachala is mentioned in Skanda Purana. Skanda means Murugan. So that hill is Murugan Tattva. Murugan is awareness. So if the hill is Shiva, consciousness, the awareness of that hill is Bhagavan Ramana there, manifested. That's why the devotee says the Leela, Shiva Leela. Because people have to understand him in the physical form, he manifested as the hill. And because they have to understand the wisdom of Shiva, he manifested as Bhagavan Ramana, Shiva's voice. So he is a representative of Shiva's deep jnana. And that is how, through him, all these tattvas have become open. And we have understood the real meaning of Shiva Tattva. All this wisdom of Shiva, Arunachala Tattva, you can see, you will not find anywhere. Check it out if you want. Whatever documents I have told you, other than Arunachala, you will not find it anywhere. That is why it is very difficult for even people to realize, because they have not heard it anywhere. They have not seen it anywhere. Sometimes it's like a shock. For me, it was a delight, because from many years in my heart, these, what I'm talking only was resonating. But I didn't have the confidence because there is no authenticity for it. Nobody talks about it until I reached Arunachala. And all these documents came into my lap literally, and when I opened, it's just the same. What is internal experience is outside. That is when it was a wow factor for me. I was overexcited. I was overjoyed knowing that someone takes care of us. Till now, I was wandering, thinking that I'm alone, you know, in this world. I'm lost. With all these worries, who's going to take care of me? Which guru is going to guide me? And here comes Arunachala and introduces us to Dakshinamurthy, telling that this Dakshinamurthy is always within us, the real guru. The outside gurus are all appearing continuously to introduce you to this Dakshinamurthy. But because we are so engrossed in the outer, we fail. We fail to understand the outer gurus. The outer gurus are all widely misunderstood. You can see Bhagwan Nityananda, Shirdi Sai Baba, they all went disappointed, saying that whatever I came to give these people, they didn't take it. They came here asking for worldly stuff. And what I was wanting to give. That is this, what we are talking. Brahma Tattva, Brahma Gyan, knowledge of the self, the real Guru inside. Real Guru inside only Nityananda wanted to give, but people never understood it. Bhagavan Nityananda teaches very clearly. Wait, I'll read it. Bhagavan Nityananda says in Chidakasha Gita, verse number 27, a guru or a spiritual teacher will lead any sort of man from a thorny path to the royal road. Thorny path means the path of thorns he calls samsara. भगवान नित्यानंद रेफर्ड द थॉर्नी पाथ, कांटों वाला मार्ग जो है, संसार को कांटों वाला मार्ग कहते हैं. एंड रॉयल रोड ही सेज, राजयोग. रॉयल रोड इज द पाथ टू self realization. You move outside towards samsara, he says that is thorny road. You moved inside, he says that is the royal road. So he says a guru or a spiritual teacher will lead any sort of man from a thorny path to the royal road. Such preceptors are of two kinds. Preceptors mean teachers, gurus. So there are two kinds of gurus, he's saying. One is the primary preceptor and the other is the secondary preceptor. He says first is the primary guru, the other is the secondary guru. Listen carefully. The first one, he says the mind intellect, primary guru. What did I say? The mind intellect is the primary guru, the first guru, the real guru. And then he says the other is the secondary guru. Mind is the primary preceptor and the other is the secondary preceptor. One is not the preceptor of the other, he is only the second preceptor. ये सुनने में थोड़ा confusion लगता है. The second preceptor means second teacher, the outer guru. The secondary preceptor is the one who shows the water in the well. बाहर का गुरु सिर्फ कुएं का पानी दिखा सकता है आपको, पानी नहीं पिला सकता. The outer guru can only show you the water in the well. He can introduce to your own well. Bhagavan Nityananda in Chidakasha Gita, verse number 27, you read it. And then he says, the guru who exists in the heart of all beings is the Jagat Guru, universal preceptor, Dakshinamurthy. Dakshinamurthy is the Jagat Guru. The one who is common in all the beings, only one Dakshinamurthy Swarup. Outside Guru are limited. They are not in all the beings. Are you getting it? They are, I told you, some Hatha Yoga, they are branches, different paths and things like that, communities, different groups. Secondary Guru, he says. So secondary Guru leads you to the primary Guru, which is the mind intellect, awareness, Dakshinamurti. See, he's telling this. Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi says, the outer Guru appears to tell us about the reality of the self, who is the inner Guru. With our defective vision, we cannot see or experience for ourselves that this is true. So the outer Guru appears, he comes into our life only to tell us the reality of the inner Guru, which is the real self. But because our defective vision is there, because we have flaws, we cannot see or experience for ourselves the truth of these things. Then he says, it is the outer Guru who tells us, turn within, put your attention on the inner Guru, and let it pull you back into your source. In addition to giving these instructions, the outer Guru transmits grace to us, cleans our mind, and pushes them towards the inner Guru, the self. And he says, all Gurus are the self. All Gurus are actually formless. So if you take all the outer Gurus who have different bodies, if you see their Chaitanya, they are all connected to the inner Gurus. They all come from Dakshinamurti only. Even you come from there. But Gurus are elevated, they know it. So on one level, all the Gurus what teach the people, they know about it, the oneness. That is why they come and gently introduce you to that oneness. They come to lift you to that. So you can see Nityananda and Ramana talking exactly the same about outer guru and inner guru. And the role of the outer guru is to lead to the inner guru, which is when the journey is complete. Okay. So the inner, I told you the inner guru is Lord Dakshinamurti, who is the Jagat Guru, who is there in all the beings. That is why the Dakshinamurti Sutram is what? Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaye Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Sri Dakshinamurte Namaha. What is the meaning of this? We'll meditate on these three aspects. I'm trying to explain so that you understand. There should be no confusion. We have time. These three aspects will meditate. Right now, I'm talking more about the final one. Directly, I'm talking about that jnana. Because if you understand this jnana, you'll understand all the struggles of the outer guru. What are they trying to tell you? To come here, to come into this zone of awareness, of supreme intelligence, supreme consciousness. So the Dakshinamurti Sutram, which I was able to once assist in composing, it went something like Guravi Sarvalokana. This is the Dakshinamurti Sutram. Brishaji Bhavarogina Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Guruve Sarvalokana, the Guru of all the worlds. We're talking about Lord Dakshinamurti, which is the Guru Swarupa of Shiva. Shiva only appears in the subtlest form as a Guru. This Tattva only is known as the Guru Tattva. I keep on talking about Tattva because this is that Tattva, this is the element, the Guru Tattva, which is born out of Shiva. That element, if you cannot access directly, you can access through the manifestations of the Guru Tattva in different Guru bodies. Because you are body conscious, you can get attracted to a Guru with a body. And then the same vasanas. How do you get attracted to people? Body, right? Their face, their attributes. That is how we attract to the worldly things. And so Guru also come in the worldly form. We get attracted to him. We fall in love with his form, with his body, with the way he talks. All good. This is the Leela. You can say Guru Leela. Guru Leela is nothing but Shiva Leela. It is all this force, this intelligence that's trying to catch all the lost fishes. These are all fishing nets. The physical body of the Guru, the moha that you get towards the Guru, this is all like magnetic leelas. Otherwise पकड़ में नहीं आएंगे संसार में डूब जाएंगे सारे मछलियां. Fishing nets have to come. So that is called leela. In different ways you are attracted, you are pulled towards the external form of the Guru. And slowly you start sitting at the feet of that Guru, falling in love with the Guru, paying attention to the Guru, becoming obedient to the Guru. Can you see? Disobedient mind. In all these forms, it makes you settle down and submit and surrender to something that can guide you. That is the funda. That is the whole purpose of Guru taking a body. Moha. You fall in love. You get attached, like you get attached to all the things of your world, of your family members. You get attached to the Guru's body. And when you get attached, the work is done. In that love, the work is done. In that surrender, the work is done. In that obedience, lot of work is done. गुरु का वही मतलब है. गुरु को थोड़ी आपका मोह ले चाहिए. Guru is not attached to you and your devotion. We are attached. You can say in one way, he takes advantage of your attachments because that is the only way he can catch you. He can catch your attention in the world. So, Shiva Sutras, Shiva says that he gives Shaktipat to everybody all the time, with Guru or without Guru. Shaktipat happens. Shaktipat doesn't mean just somebody keeping a hand over your head. That also is a part of it. But Shaktipat happens in all areas of life, especially through suffering. Those are all Manda Shaktipat. Slowly, dosage you will get in the samsara. When your chiti comes till Muladhara, extreme point, time is up now. It has to return back. The cycle has to complete. You cannot go forever. Pralaya has to begin. That only is this dose in the world. We start getting new doses in the world, pinched by the world. Suffering starts happening. संसार वो आपको दे नहीं पाती है जो आप चाह रहे हो. Whatever you want, the world is unable to give you. And slowly you get disappointed, hurt, dejected. You suffer. So suffering is Shaktipat. Shiva Sutras mention it very clearly. Because only by suffering you turn inward. And there the Guru is waiting for you. There's a play of consciousness. Gurus have descended and waiting for you. But without Chatka Patka, you will never turn. So you look, study your whole life, you'll see this pattern. If your life would have been first class, only Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and you would have been in full bhoga, would you ever have come, turned? You'll never come. So one dose is needed. That's Shiva's grace. That is explained in the Panchakritya of Shiva, the Panchamukhi Shiva, the Sada Shiva, the five-headed Shiva. The fifth Kritya is this Anugraha Shakti. First three is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Creation, sustenance, destruction. Fourth is Tirobhava. Tirobhava is the nature by which Shiva forgets himself. Purposely, you are only that Shiva, forgotten Shiva. We all act as Gajanis right now. We have forgotten ourselves. We are remembering slowly. So why did we forget? Because I chose. I am Shiva. I chose to forget. Because if the consciousness doesn't relieve itself of Shiva consciousness, what experience can it have? So it's a deliberate. It's known as the Swatantra Shakti of Shiva in Shiva Sutras. That is the fourth Kritya function of Shiva. Purposely allowing ego to grow. In that ego, there is a dot of Shiva. It is there. In all these egos, don't we say, in all the souls, there is Shiva inside? That Shiva is there. That is called Anugrah Shakti. It is waiting there as a spark. First, it was vast. Ego was a dot. Dot, ego began. That is where Srishti began. See, in the whole vast consciousness, ek bindu, ek dot. The Shri Chakra shuru ho gaya, bindu chakra. That dot is where that explosion happened and Dvait, that ego starts. That explosion, that light, and the sound that follows. Sound and light. Light is Shiva, sound is Shakti. The Shakti only is ego. It's a dot in the start, see? In the Sri Chakra, it's just a dot. But how it expands? पूरा मेरू बन जाता है उसके अंदर. So as the ego keeps expanding, this whole consciousness, Shiva consciousness reduces. So in the vast white, I'm just saying, white, bright light of Shiva consciousness, one dot appears. That is where the Srishti begins, the Big Bang. And as that keeps on growing, ego keeps on growing, this keeps shrinking, and then the ego becomes full, and the Shiva becomes a dot. That is where we are right now, Jiva Atmas. The dot extreme, you can say the extreme forms of consciousness, which has no awareness also, like the mineral kingdom, human kingdom, God kingdom, human kingdom, animal kingdom, plant kingdom. mineral kingdom, rocks and all that. It has gone till there. So rock also, every particle there is Shiva consciousness, but absolute no awareness. You can say the full bloated ego, the jada, inert consciousness, full bloated ego, full means. Then the ego starts shrinking. That is where we are in the journey now. So somewhere in the journey, you see the Shiva consciousness has expanded to an extent where we are having bodhana, awareness. So from that's how the journey proceeds. Now, who's shrinking and who's doing this? That's the beauty. If you understand that dot appeared, ego grows, Shiva consciousness reduces. Now that spark of Shiva consciousness is growing. That is only we are calling expanding our consciousness. Shivatva बढ़ रहा है and all we say. Some Guru Kripa, some Ishwar Kripa, Shiva Kripa, and we don't know what is that Kripa also about. I'm explaining what that Kripa also is. What is Guru Kripa? So somewhere we are on that journey where now we have come. So that which reduces and shrinks, that is called as a Tirobhava, fourth Kritya. And the fifth Kritya is the Anugrah Shakti, the reminder in that spark, the Shiva consciousness, which has automated intelligence. It remembers when it has gone to extreme and it starts growing on its own. This is the play of Shiva consciousness. It allowed to shrink and it only is growing. Now, don't go by belief. I never believed because these are all theories, concepts. But when I investigated, sitting and meditating my life, you'll see it is true. Everything is true. If you want, you investigate. You sit with us in satsangs, you sit with us. We investigate all these things. We are not just believing. How? How is this light? How, where, and when this is happening? What further? So that light consciousness which is me, that awareness when it's increasing in me, that's only what we are calling shifting into awareness means you shift there and this keeps expanding. The more you shift from ignorance, from mind to intellect, intellect is awareness, mind is, they're up and down. Nityananda says intellect must be the king and the mind must be the subordinate to it. हमारा केस में king is asleep. When the king is asleep, हुड़दम मचती है. When the jnana is sleeping, means mand buddhi. Buddhi is not awakened. When buddhi is not awakened, it is called as mand buddhi. When buddhi is mand, mind acts. When mind acts, it is full of concepts and beliefs only. It is a believer. It has no awareness. It will believe anything. Good, bad, ugly, it will simply take everything. It is built by vasanas. So when the buddhi is mand, only we are in the outer zone. So we need somebody who has buddhi. See, understand this concept. हमारा बुद्धि नहीं है, मतलब मंद बुद्धि है. So we need to hire, rent out somebody else's to have a guidance. So awakened buddhi, that is the guru, awakened awareness, somebody with the third eye open, full jagrit awareness comes to you because my eyes is closed, third eye is closed. So I need inner guidance to go for my inner path. So I submit myself to the outer guru. I surrender myself. Why? Because my buddhi is mand. You refer to Shiva Sutras. It all says all this. Devikalutra. In Devikalutra, Devi is going to Shiva and asking here in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. She is telling, "Oh Lord, I have heard and read all of your Tantra, whatever you gave." She's telling to Shiva. But now I'm more confused. First, I was confused. I read everything, understood everything, all the Tantra I understood. Now I'm more confused because everywhere it's all conflicting. One place you're saying something, the other place you're saying something. One place you say you are the Pranav mantra, one place you say that you are the Ardhanarishwara. In one place you are saying you are Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. She says, I'm confused. Who are you? She's asking. And Lord Shiva says, leave all that. Dear Parvati, you don't need that. You have become aware now. You don't need all those concepts. Concepts? Shiva says, yes, they are nothing. I am none of this. I am not the Ardhanarishwara. I am not the Ardhachandra. I am not the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. I am not the Pranav Mantra. I am none of these. These are only concepts which I have given to Mandabuddhi, dull intellect. Read Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, you'll understand. Because Vigyan Bhairav Tantra is the final Tantra again. It is for higher practices, where all the external stops only then. So Shiva is telling Parvati, give it up. They are all concepts. I've given it to dull intellect because they cannot understand my Nirguna Nirakara. You need deep awareness for that. And whose buddhi is not awakened, there is no awareness there, it is not possible. So I have to give them concepts to the mind. So you see, all the concepts are for the mind. So then all these external rituals come. Go and dip in the river, build temples, how to do puja, how to do external rituals, because awareness is not there. With the mind, you have to do all these things, these concepts. Why? Because the mind has to purify. It's not that these concepts are bad, but it is a process because Shiva only has given it. But he says it is for only the people whose intellect or awareness has not awakened. So they need to purify their minds and bodies. So all these rituals purify your body and your mind, all the karmakandas. And by the grace of the Guru, you attract that kind of a Guru who will give you initiations into all those practices by the grace of the Lord only. The grace of Shiva enters into the grace into the Guru, and that only converts as Guru Kripa. Guru Kripa is nothing but Shiva Kripa only, but it's coming as a reflection through that mirror. So Guru does Kripa, he takes compassion over the not awakening of Buddhi, and then he helps us purify the body and the mind. And by the power and the grace of that sadhana, eventually, as you purify, the awareness, buddhi starts rising up. As the buddhi starts rising up, the mind activities reduces. When the buddhi is fully flourished, mind does not need any activities. It loses its charm. You can see many of the seekers will at a point of time lose interest in all the external stuff. What is happening is the inner transformation. The grace of your practice only is doing that. Whatever practice you did or doing, the grace of that only awakens your consciousness, the awareness, and shows you the inner light. And then you are able to now clearly see, easily you can drop and now prepare for the next path. So you have been moved from outside to inside. You have moved from the lower to the middle. You have moved from mand to madhya sadhaka. In this, there are two now. The outer guru does lot of kripa, and this might take months and years and janmas also, depending on the readiness of the seeker. It might take janmas also. You might reincarnate under the same guru multiple times or even change gurus. But the level of gurus will be that way. What they are come to treat. The gurus are not ignorant. Gurus are all realized. But they, out of compassion, karuna, they understand that level and they choose to come and work on those different levels. Every body has a guru, can have a guru. Pura bandobast hai, you can say. Nothing is lacking. There was a time somebody came and asked, why gurus charge so much of money? Sound system and this and nice food and everything goes on there. Obviously, you're going to pay for it. Why is it so expensive? Why do we see celebrities and politicians there? I told them, why can't politicians and celebrities have gurus? Why? Do you think only middle class will have? Because lower class also we don't talk about. The middle class only we talk. Even the lower class has, even the middle class has, and even the high class has. So पूरा उसका लीला है, शिव लीला. बंदोबस्त है सबके लिए. We should never go to criticize on those levels. Why celebrities and why politicians and things like that. Even they need a politician or a celebrity will not come and sit in a mediocre place. They are in Maya, so they need a Leela of Maya to be played there. That attracts them. Nobody can say, oh, I have no money, so I am not entitled to self realization. There's nobody whom I can go to because everybody is charging money. Unaffordable. उनके लिए भी है बंदोबस्त. Go to Avdutas. 13 Avdutas whom I have met in my life, all of them from South India. All of them wandering Avdutas on the streets, most of them naked, some of them like mad. Almost nobody in them even talks. They walk the streets, they can be found in different locations, full of grace. But then your eligibility should be there to have deep awareness. So nobody can say it is not available. Everything is available. Even insects have gurus. और यहाँ तो उल्टा है. Bhagwan Dattatreya says, I have 24 gurus, in which insects also are there. So that is what I'm coming to next. The outer gurus, if you understand this much, you have deep reverence and respect and salutations to all the external guru whom we connect to, because without their kripa, you cannot go inside. Now that is not an individual kripa. It is not a personalized kripa. It is the same light of Shiva only falling through them because they are also in surrender mode. You look at all the gurus, they don't claim I'm the doer. They say he only does. So from that point, they are surrendered to their gurus. Their gurus are surrendered to their gurus. You see, nobody takes the credit. You say they say Guru Kripa, Ishwar Kripa. So nobody initiates these things. It is just a happening. Everybody is a medium. So by the blessing of the outer gurus I mean the gurus with a body who live amongst us in samsara, who bless us towards the inward journey. Now I'm talking about the gurus who bless us to the inward journey. I'm not talking about Shiksha gurus. There are gurus who can teach you music, who can teach you science, who can teach you geography, who can teach you horse riding, who can teach you painting. They're all gurus. See, on that level also there are gurus. You need anything to learn, the Guru Tattva works. This is known as the Tattva. Shiva Tattva only it is Guru Tattva. In different variations it works at all levels. When you help somebody, when you are trying to help somebody, the Guru Tattva is active in you at that time. Please understand. Any help, you are teaching your children, the Guru Tattva is working in you. That's how the Tattva works. The teacher Tattva is the Guru Tattva. All levels. When a cat is teaching the kitten something, the Guru Tattva is working in the cat. That's how beautiful it is. Tattva it is. Because whoever teaches is helping the other uplift. A parent is teaching the child something because it's trying to uplift. Anybody who teaches or shares to uplift somebody has the Guru Tattva active in them, depending on the quality of teaching. Even you teach music, it is the Guru Tattva only. You teach anything in this world to the highest self knowledge, it is all the Guru Tattva only. Different level of working. Light is working on every teacher, through every teacher. No teacher is working, but Shiva Kripa is working. Some automated process is happening. So nobody can say teachers are not available. The student in me is not available. If I become a true student, I will immediately attract. Ichha Shakti, ek ichha karo. I need something deeply. The Kriya Shakti, apne aap, Jnana Shakti is there inside, it will manifest. Everything manifests. You see, deeply somewhere we have been crying in life for direction when we are stuck in samsara, and suddenly you'll see gurus appear. Or you get attracted to a guru, you go and join. How did you decide it? All these talks, I don't believe, where guru is sitting and choosing their disciples. It doesn't go that way. Then guru is the doer. Guru is never a doer. It is all happening by cosmic intelligence, which is very intelligent. Upadesaram, verse 1. कर्तुरज्ञानये प्राप्तये फलं कर्म किं param karma तच्चडम्. Everything is done by this divine will. Nobody can expect even the karma phala. Nobody is the doer of karma also. I'm not getting into that. If you're interested in this to understand how, do Updeshara. It's available in my courses on the website. You will understand. So the first verse talks about he is the doer. So no guru can take credit for it. Something is happening. Which guru will sit deciding? This Shishya come to me. Which Shishya will decide it? I will go to that guru. You might say, oh, I like that guru, I went. You don't know there is a spark inside. There's a cosmic intelligence which brought you together. That is called as the Jnana Shakti. That is what I refer to as cosmic intelligence. It knows. Keep being aware of this higher cosmic intelligence. The I will die. You'll feel embarrassed to even say, I went to a guru. I did this sadhana. I evolved till here. I am going to liberate myself. You can't. It is an illusion. Things are happening. You see everything. You are coming on the path, meeting the guru, ascending, leaving the guru and getting new gurus. Right from standard one, you'll see multiple gurus will keep on coming in life continuously. Right, first guru who we call mother, father, don't we call? From there, it keeps evolving. Any direction you walk, the gurus will come in your life. That is the bandosht of the Guru Tattva. Anywhere you want to go, gurus will appear. You want to do MBBS, gurus will appear there. You want to do engineering or law, gurus will appear there. You do go into any field, it will happen. You want to become a criminal, gurus will appear there. You can be trained. You want to become a military man, gurus will appear there to give you training. Because the whole Srishti is a drama is going on. All zones, this and that. So who? The Guru Tattva is active in everything, even in the jivas. So that movement from the outside, by the grace, when you move inside, Dakshinamurthy. That is the highest. I was talking about Bhagavan Dattatreya. Bhagavan Dattatreya teaches you now deeper, higher than just what you understand with Guru. So the whole story of Bhagavan Dattatreya, the 24 gurus in life, is from the 11th skanda of Srimad Bhagavat. It is explained in that the conversation between Bhagavan Dattatreya and Raja Yadu, King Yadu. This story, quickly I'll go through because it's Guru Tattva again. Krishna mentions it to Uddhava in Uddhava Gita, in Yadu Gita, about this story, the encounter between King Yadu and Bhagwan Dattatreya. So we are moving from the outer guru, the guru with the physical body, now to a realization of the next, the middle, intermediate, the parapara, inner and outside. So first one is only outside. Now it is with the grace, the inner. So it doesn't mean you leave the guru there. No, even in the guru, you start understanding the Dattatreya Tattva, the Datta Tattva, from that same guru, whomever you follow. So Raja Yadu is lost. He has lost his army. Everything has been lost. And he's wandering in the hot sun, trying to find his route back. And then suddenly he sees a naked man standing there in the hot sun in bliss. And he's surprised. I have everything, kingdom and all the things, but I have never experienced this kind of a comfort. Look at this person. He doesn't even have clothes. I have armor. And he's so happily standing, and that too in the hot sun, no shelter. I have everything, a palace, but I am not still happy. Who's this person who's so happy? So must be some great person and must be having a great guru, must be a shishya of some great guru. So he goes and approaches and says, Sir, can you tell me who you are? And who is your guru? Bhagavan Dattatreya opens his eyes. He's an Avaduta, Avadut Dattatreya. That is why Digambar Avadut, naked. Naked means stripped off of all gunas. Avadut means no gunas. Gunatitam, Trigunarahitam, Satkurum Tam Namami. Beyond the gunas, beyond all the dualities of life. So that is the meaning of nude. So he opens his eyes and he says, My Guru is the Self, Atman. From where 24 Tattvas Gurus came out. So I don't have one Guru, but I have 24 Gurus. And then he quickly tells them, tells Raja about all his 24 Gurus. Now, here what you have to understand is Guru is not limited to a body. When your awareness increases, consciousness increases, you understand, no, you don't have one Guru. Oh, this body Guru. I don't see anything else other than this one. No, now it expands your consciousness. And then you see the whole world is your Guru. Life is your Guru. That is the progress. So Bhagavan Dattatreya, that is. But that is why Avadut Bhagavan Dattatreya is known as the father of all Avaduts, father of all Gurus. From him only all the other Gurus have come. That means what? They are not branched out there. This Tattva, what I'm talking right now, the wisdom, once you understand, it all goes and one Bhagavan Dattatreya. From there, all the gurus, so many units have become. So, is your conscious in one unit? Then you are in the outer. Is your consciousness raised and come to oneness? That means the Vishnu Tattva has opened. Vishnu Granthi has opened. It's all oneness, love for all. You don't take one, just my guru. Everything becomes because the conscious, this has opened. Anata has opened. And that is Bhagavan Dattatreya's zone, where he is teaching, my guru is the self. See, this being who's in the intermediate, the heart, Bhagavan Dattatreya. He says, my guru is the self, which is Dakshinamurthy, Shiva. And what do all the gurus says? My guru is Bhagavan Dattatreya. We come from that lineage, don't they say? So that guru is the one who opens your Brahma Granthi. And you say, thank you, Gurudev. He says, no, my grace comes from my guru, who's Dattatreya. I want you to go towards that. And the Guru lifts you up. And by grace, you come to the Dattatreya Tattva, everything opens up. You see oneness in everything. You destroy all the illusions of this bifurcations and this rigidity, मैं मेरा, and this fight, मेरा Guru महान. But तो बाकी सबके अभिमान है. We keep singing. That is all अज्ञानता one level. The boasting, the seeker's ego. मेरा गुरु महान, मेरा पत महान. Ignorance है वो. सबके गुरु महान है यार. भगवान दत्तात्रेय महान है तो all the gurus come from there. And where does Bhagavan Dattatreya come from? You come here and ask him, he will say, my guru is the self. From where 24 tattvas have come. Now he's telling from where the whole creation came, all these are my gurus. See, he's not telling only Shiva. Shiva, the self, or Dakshinamurthy, and all the 24 tattvas that came, they are all, I have learned from everybody. This stage, we understand our consciousness when we raise, we say, now I'm ready to learn from anybody and everybody. All the 24 elements. Then your consciousness has risen. By Guru Kripa only, this kind of awareness comes. Then by the grace of this Bhagavan Dattatreya, you will easily understand Dakshinamurti, inner, Uttam Sadhaka. This is Madhya. See, Rudra, the Brahma Granthi, outside, Mand, intellect, dull. Shiva has given hundreds of concepts, slow, pakado, mind ko diya, karm kandi, all those things, tools, Agam Nigam Shastras, all has been given there. So the Rudra Granthi, Brahma Granthi, sorry, is been awakened by that Guru from there, and by that Guru's push and karuna, grace, you must feel full of gratitude for the Guru because it's very difficult to lift people from that zone, and these people pay a price. All the gurus who are working in samsara pay a price because nobody wants to come to that level. It's a very, very kichad bhara jaga, samsara. It's not easy to play the game there, but they come. Karuna. So we must feel gratitude towards all the guru. Let us just become aware of our whole body. Just become aware of your whole body, which is the creation of God, not your creation. Quickly move from top to bottom. Most of you have done it very clearly. Just scan through your body. Just become fully conscious of every part of your body, the head, face, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, full face, head, scalp, skull, neck, shoulders, hands, the whole chest, the whole tummy, pelvis, both the legs. Become conscious that I have a body, I have these organs, all the organs inside, the skeleton inside, muscle tissues inside, the skin. So I have a body. Become aware. Become aware of the sensations on your body, the touch of your clothes. Just become aware from top to bottom without moving how everything is touching your skin. Become aware of the sensations of the touch. Just become aware of this awareness itself by which you are becoming aware of this body, the presence. There is a presence in me. That presence only is becoming aware of my body, that scans through my body, that knows I have a skeleton, I have organs. The sensation is all happening due to the presence. Become aware of the presence. I am not this body, I am the presence. Become aware of your gurus, whoever has given you Diksha, whomever you came first across in life, by the love of whom you gained access to spirituality. Become aware of that being. that Guru, that form of light. Just deeply become aware of the form of the Guru. Become aware of his body. Just like you, the Guru has a body. He is not the body. You are sensing very clearly, I am presence. Then how can Guru be the body? Guru is also presence. Can you become aware of that presence? Like your presence, think of your Guru in your mind and become aware of his presence. The light in the Guru, the consciousness of the Guru, which makes the Guru act. Guru is not the doer. He is a perfect instrument for God, which is why God chooses the Guru. Because the Guru is fully surrendered to that light of Shiva. Shiva works through that Guru because the Shiva consciousness loves us. Shiva consciousness is in our hearts, but we can't see and feel it because our mind is fully in the world, in the senses. That is why the Shiva Leela is to present that light through this great master who's right now in front of me. See him seated right in front of you. You sitting at his feet. Look at it, the whole scenario with love and devotion. Look at the feet of the Guru right in front of you. Learn to do this. Physically, all these things are not possible in today's world. Learn to do this. Your devotion, your love will certainly reach whichever Guru you are contemplating on. Look at the feet in love. Look at his body. Look at his face. Look at the compassionate smile, the loving smile by which he touched your heart, he touched your life, blessed your life, came to you in the need, in the time you needed the most, lifted you from problems, from samsara, through his various ways, through the many number of years he dedicated his life for this purpose. Look at this Guru who has toiled day and night for you, who has unconditionally been there for all the support needed. Offer your respects and devotions at the feet of your Guru. Use your astral body. Those who do not know it, it's okay. Use your bhava to bow down at the feet of the Guru. Touch your forehead, the feet of the Guru, with great gratitude and benevolence for the grace that flows through his feet, for showing me the way. These feet have walked the path, and these feet show me the way. Deep gratitude and love at the feet of my Guru for blessing my life and giving me direction in life. There is nothing greater than this love of the Guru. For his consistent guidance all throughout. The grace of your Guru will always remain till you reach the goal. The outside Guru always will push you to your own inner Guru. Till you become independent, the push will be there. Thank the Guru for that push. Thank him for his silent praise, for you do not know every Guru prays for their children, wherever they are. That is the Guru Mahima. In whichever way you want, through your bhava, offer your love, gratitude, and respect on this day of Guru Purnima. Taking his blessings till the end of the journey. I know Guru is not the body, hence I remain connected to the consciousness of the Guru, which is nothing but the consciousness of God. Become aware of the light that flows through your Guru, the light of Shiva, the light of God that is flowing through your Guru and indirectly reaching you. Deep respects and gratitude to Shiva consciousness for choosing this Guru to reach me. I bow down to the Guru Leela and Shiva Leela. All that so that I may ascend. I am grateful it's working. I'm grateful I'm guided internally every moment by the consciousness of the Guru and of God. Experience whichever way you like to receive the grace of the Guru. His hand on your head. Remember, these are all sankalpas, ichcha. The moment you do a deep, pure ichcha, Kriya will activate, the Jnana Shakti knows how to do it. You do not have to worry about how. You just have to make a pure intent. That's how the divine consciousness and Guru Tattva works. So, in whichever way you would like to receive the blessings, sit there and receive it in that form. Experience the whole grace filling your whole body, your presence being purified, whole love in your body, every part of you filled with love. Every cell full of divinity, peace. Experience the consciousness of the Guru and your Guru, the consciousness of your Guru and your own consciousness is the same. The light of Shiva enters into the Guru and becomes the light of the Guru. The light of the Guru enters you and it becomes your inner light. Experience the Guru's light transferring into your whole body and your whole body becoming pure and divine, illuminated, top to bottom, Your body and your koshas, if you know your koshas, everything illuminated, your aura. This is my divine gift on this holy day of Guru Purnima. The Guru Tattva is aware of what's happening. Stay connected to the grace. Go with your deep inner experiences of what you experience. Your Guru is aware of the process, blesses you with your own bhava. Experience the light of the Guru in you, fully healed. Every part of your being full of light on this holy Guru Purnima. Today is the day the Guru Tattva is fully active. A little contemplation is enough to activate the Guru grace. Feel the deep love of your Guru. You have received so much from the Guru. Time to give back by the promise that you will walk the path with utter sincerity and not rest till you reach the goal. You will illuminate your inner awareness, your own Viveka, the Dattatreya Tattva in you, the Dakshinamurthy in you. You will expand consciousness, not from limitedness. You will expand to all beings, love all beings, all the paths, all religions. Treat everybody as one, without discrimination. Only love and compassion for all. This is the blessings I give to the world. This is the gift I return back to my Guru to make the whole process complete. I remember the Guru has manifested to give me completion, and it is my duty to finish the whole completion. Vishnu Granthi opening is my job. I will do it by understanding the deeper teachings of the Guru, not just superficial, the depth of the Guru Tattva. Remember this, only when you self realize, you can get free of Guru Rina, the karmic debt to the Guru, because he has incarnated only for this. So you must complete the circuit. You don't have to worry about the destination. Every moment, only the ichha, pure intention, just the deep desire, the Guru's grace, and Shiva's grace will do the rest. As the path of surrender, I have deep intentions only. Rest I know the grace will take care. Deep surrender. I trust in the Guru Tatva. The light that led me till here will lead me till the end. I surrender to this grace. Express deep gratitude to your respective gurus. Deep prayers for the well being of the Guru. Deep prayers for the mental, physical, and spiritual well being of the Guru. May the one who gave me everything be always blessed. With this, become aware now about the inward journey, how you go inward. The outer Guru has given you the opportunity to move inward. The next step you take is to realize that everything is one, everything is Shiva consciousness. Why am I separating things? I'm realizing the higher truths with the grace of my Guru. Now I am also blessed by the higher Guru, Bhagavan Dattatreya, Avadhuta Chintana Shri Gurudeva Datta. Bhagavan Datta, the Avadhut, who teaches me now deeper details, who says that self is my Guru, his Guru is the self or God or consciousness. And everything that came out of consciousness, the 24 elements, are his Gurus. I would like you all to just contemplate on these 24 Gurus quickly. Bhagavan Dattatreya says, Earth is my first Guru, Prithvi, from which I learn patience. You can see the evolution of earth, rock, is very slow. Patient it is. Earth does good even if hurted. You dig it. So many things we do with the planet Earth, but still it's forgiving. It still does good. It gives us good back. Despite all the tortures that we do to it, it still only serves us. Look at the planet. Dattatreya Bhagavan says, I learned this. Contemplate on these attributes in our own lives. Install it today by the grace of the Guru Tattva. He says, the earth teaches me tolerance, to be tolerant. The earth teaches me forgiveness because earth forgives and still serves back. The earth thinks only about the welfare of others. It never thinks about itself. Bhagavan Dattatreya says, Earth is my first guru. I learned all these things. My second guru is water, Jala, from which I learn purity, he says, because it cleans by touch, by sight, by hearing, by taste. You look at a river, you touch it, the flowing waters, you feel pure. You bathe in it, you feel pure. You look at a river, you feel pure. You hear the waters, you feel pure. You taste the water, you feel pure. Bhagavan Dattatreya says, I learned purity from water. Water is always humble and flows downwards. Water quenches the thirst. I quench the thirst of life around me. I remain humble and move on my journey like water, purifying myself. Water adapts anywhere, everywhere. It takes the shape of the vessel. In a spoon, it's like a spoon. In a tumbler, it's tumbler. In a river, it's river. So I adapt everywhere. I adapt in all situations of life. Dattatreya Bhagavan says, I learned that the river flows and does not stagnate. I will not stagnate. I will keep moving like the river, purifying anything and everything that comes in my way. Even if a boulder comes, the river doesn't fight, but humbly moves from the side, but continues moving. The river is always, water is always cool. Bhagavan Dattatreya learns from water all this. Next guru, third guru, he says, is air, wind. By air, he learns that it is not attached to anything. Air moves everywhere, but doesn't stay anywhere. It is not attached to any single thing. It's simply freely moving. At the same time, nothing can catch it. Like the Avadut, he moves through the samsara. Nobody can catch it, nor does he catch anyone, not attached to anything. So I learned this today from Bhagavan Dattatreya. The fourth guru is the fire that burns and transmutes and purifies even garbage, turns everything to ash, Nirguna Tattva. It burns all the three gunas, fire, and becomes ash, Vibhuti. So I learn to awaken the fire in me and burn all the gunas in me, all the flaws in me. Arunachala Tattva is this. It burns, it purifies. I connect to Arunachala, the Agni Tattva. It can't be suppressed by others. Fire cannot be suppressed by others. The fire of liberation, Arunachala Tattva, Tivra, burning in me. The grace of Arunachala is the fire. Mumukshatva is pure grace in the form of fire. The fire of wisdom, the Jnana Agni, in my third eye. Shiva's third eye opens his fire, the wisdom. It burns all ignorance. Guru. Guru means the dispeller of darkness. Go is ignorance, darkness, and Ru is the wisdom light. It is only when the grace of the Guru shines upon me that I get more awareness. Without Guru Kripa, this light in me is not possible. The fire in me. So Guru is the fire that burns impurities. The next sky, fifth one, 5 is the sky. Bhagavan Dattatreya's Guru. He learns that everything is in it, but nothing can touch it again. Like the Akash Tattva, all the planets, Brahmanda, everything is moving in it, but it is not connected to it. It is not taking the support of the space, nor the space is taking support of any object, nor can it touch or hold. Completely detached, Bhagavan learns detachment from sky. The all pervading soul, Akasha is all pervading, the Chidakasha. The vastness, infinite, sky is infinite. I learn about my infiniteness. The sky embraces everything unconditionally and provides shelter without even claiming. So Bhagavan Dattatreya learns these from the sky. The sixth guru is the moon. The soul remains not affected by any changes. Moon keeps changing. The moon cycle, even though it is changing, even though in my life things change, I, the soul, I am not affected by it. The moon is not never affected by these changes, by these cycles. I am not affected by the changes in life. The moon takes light from the sun and provides it to others in darkness. I am that which, through my light, which is borrowed from the sun, from the self, from Shiva consciousness, I shine my light to others. Borrowed light. I shine to others. I become the mediator. I become the instrument of God. I become like the moon. Seventh Guru, the sun. I shine everywhere unconditionally, impartially, without favoritism. Sun is symbolic expression of unconditional love, shining to everything. The sun clears darkness. Wherever there is sunlight, there cannot be darkness. The sun appears in different pots. All the pots are illuminated. You look at multiple pots with water, you'll see many suns in it. Like you take a big mirror and break it into 100 pieces, you look at it, you are staring at all the pieces, you are there in every piece. Sunlight is there in every piece. Means the soul is shining in every being. This is what Bhagavan Dattatreya learns from the sun. It evaporates water and gives back in the form of rain. We must also return whatever we take, we must return. Even the body has to be returned. Everything just changes from one form to the other. Sun helps change water to vapor and back as rain. Bhagavan Dattatreya learns these, that everything has to be returned without preserving anything. The body also, I have taken it from the Pancha Mahabhutas and I have to return it after use back to the Pancha Mahabhutas. Eighth one he learns from pigeon, detachment. A hunter catches pigeons. Who's catching pigeons? One day he puts a net, and the mother and the small pigeons get caught up in the net. The father jumps inside. The father, who is free, jumps to save the pigeons, and he also gets caught. Bhagavan Dattatreya learns detachment. Attachment brings trouble. Samsara brings trouble. Ninth, Bhagavan Dattatreya learns from Python, the snake. The python does not wander in search of food. It remains where it is and food comes to it. This remarks the surrender, that everything comes to us in the time through deep faith and surrender. The python is always contented with what it has. It consumes all the obstacles that come its way. So I also consume all the obstacles that come my way. I remain contented. I don't have to wander. Wander simply means wander in search of food means doer. I don't have to be a doership in doership always. I am content. 10th Guru is the ocean. The ocean is neither pleased if more rivers come into it, nor displeased if the rivers leave it. So, whatever comes in my life and goes out of my life, I am like the ocean, not affected with more or less in life. I neither shrink when things leave me. Ocean does not shrink when any rivers leave it, nor does the ocean swell up when the rivers enter it. So, I am the soul. I am the being which never swells with anything coming in my life, nor dejected with anything going out of my life. I cannot shrink when anything goes out of my life. I remain the same, for I am the Atman, ever complete. The pearls of wisdom are hidden deep in the ocean. Same way, the pearls of deep wisdom is hidden deep within me. I contain the wisdom. Ocean has boundaries. I maintain boundaries. The next guru is the moth. Hindi it is called Patanga. From the moth, Bhagwan learns how it moves around the fire, the lamp, the moth, circles around it and dies in the end. So that fire is samsara. You keep circling around samsara, you will be burned to ashes in this. You die literally here. It also means the other, to merge in light. Become like the moth. If you think the flame is God, hover so much around it, satsanga, be with satya all the time, so much that you are devoured by the light. You are consumed by that light. The I dies. Like Ramana says, O Arunachala, I thought, I will come and merge into you. That is doership. I will merge with you. And Ramana says, you devoured me. Before I could do that, you devoured me. You ate me up, means the ego was dissolved, like the moth dissolved into the fire. The next 12th one is the honeybee, Madhumukhi. He learned that it sucks honey from all the flowers. Similarly, I take wisdom from all the flowers. I'm not limited to one because everything is a guru now. All these, see how he's learning from all the gurus. He learned from the honeybee that it goes and collects nectar from every place. It does not remain a burden on one flower. It universally, equally takes from different places and builds up its own honeycomb, gathers all the wisdom into one place. It only takes that much which is needed and leaves. It doesn't spend time on the flower doing anything other than taking the nectar. Similarly, the learning is that we take only the best from others and leave the rest. 13th Guru is the honey gatherer, the one who gathers honey. Bhagavan Dattatreya learns non hoarding, not to hold. Bees gather honey their whole life, but the honey gatherer comes and snatches it in one go. So he learns from the honey gatherer how much ever you struggle and hold one by one all the things, one day, one snatch called death will snatch it away. The honey gatherer is the death here. Non hoarding. Bhagavan learned non hoarding, not to hold. 14th, he learned from the elephant. The elephant is the senses that runs madly behind the senses. Huge it is, but still helpless. However powerful, but still helpless when it comes to senses. It can even fall for the paper made elephant. If it sees an elephant made out of paper, it will still run towards it, the senses, attraction. So Bhagavan Dattatreya learns that even the elephant can fall, the big and the strong elephant, to be careful, to be vigilant, to be aware. 15th Guru is the deer, Hiran. The deer that gets caught by the beautiful music of the hunter. Hunter is blowing the flute, and the deer is enchanted by that music and eventually shot down by the hunter. Bhagavan Dattatreya learns that sweet words of praise, not to fall for it, the sweet music, or dancing to others' tunes. 16th Guru is the fish machli. It gets caught in the taste. In the chase for the taste, it gets caught in the bait. मछली पकड़ में आती है. Some worm, something is put for it, some food. For taste, it loses its life. Jiva bhoga, the taste that we pursue, eating. Bhagavan learned from the fish. Also learned that the fish does not leave the water. It is always in the water, meaning abide always in the self. Never leave the self, like the fish doesn't leave the water. 17th, he learns from a dancer, a prostitute, Pingla. The name is of the prostitute is Pingla. He learns how unattached the lady is to the customers. She waits very eagerly for the customers. She serves the customers, and after the customers go, she is unattached. The learning is whatever comes with deep interest serve, but whatever goes, remain unattached to it. The work of the prostitute here is the karma that we do. Whatever comes our way, we eagerly do it, but without any attachment. So one day she is tired of looking for customers to give them sensual satisfaction and get money. So she wants to get rid of the profession. She gives up the profession. And that night, she sleeps in peace, content with what she has. So by this, Bhagavan Dattatreya realizes that the whole tediousness, waiting, serving, doing this work, pleasing, all when stopped, one can rest in peace, be in peace, and remain happy with what is content, rather than waiting, to earn more and more. Bhagwan learns this. Bhagwan Dattatreya, as he is moving on the earth, he's a wanderer, Parivrajaka. Wherever he's wandering, he's singing something or the other. So he notices this lady. Every place he's learning something or the other. So here he learns no expectations for others to fulfill. Next, 18th Guru is the raven, the hawk, a Karari Pakshi. When this bird picks up a piece of meat, it gets chased and beaten by the other birds. It is flying with a flesh of meat in its mouth, but all the other birds attack it, chase it, and attack it. But in that fear, when the bird drops the meat, all the other birds leave it alone, and thus this bird attains peace and rest. So Bhagavan learns that the mad rush for worldly possessions and competitions will get you only troubles, build up enemies. The art of giving up. Next one. 19th is the child. He learns from a child that the child is pure, no anger, no jealousy, no hatred, no vengeance, no ego. He watches the child and learns all these qualities. The sage and the child are always free from all anxieties. The sadhu, the jnani, and a child are free from anxieties because child, the babies don't take any doership. They always live in total surrender, both the child and the sage. They are innocent, carefree, and honest. So, all these qualities Bhagavan learns. That's why Jesus says only children can enter the kingdom of God. 20th Guru is the maiden, the unmarried Kanya, unmarried woman. She is cooking in the kitchen, and some people come to see her for marriage. Talks are going in the room, and she is busy cooking. But while cooking, her bangles are striking against each other. That makes a noise. In those days, bangle means poor person. Glass bangles. By the sound, you can come to know whether it's a golden bangle or a glass bangle. So she immediately breaks the bangles so that no sound comes. So that the people should not know that she is poor. This Bhagavan Dattatreya learned to live in peace without creating discord amongst others, to remain alone and in silence. Silence means breaking the bangles. Bangles were making noise. She broke it, and then there was silence. Next, 21, serpent, snake. Bhagavan learned that serpents don't build their own holes, but serpents live in some other pit. Same way, one must live detached. One must move in this world. Look at the Avdutas, they don't build anything for themselves, but they take shelter of whatever is available. Sometimes under trees, sometimes in some bus stand, sometimes in some houses. All these 13 Avdutas that I've seen and been with, even some of you from the retreat have already seen these Avdutas. Can you see this? All these qualities of Bhagavan Dattatreya, what he's talking, because Bhagavan Dattatreya is an Avdut himself. So, like a serpent, the Avdutas live, moving from one place to other, not having or building anything for their own. The Avdutas or sannyasis or sages live in their own caves, which is created by the earth, not their own. Also, from the snake, he learned how it sheds its whole skin. easily, fearlessly, without attachment to that skin. So he learns this is how one must leave one's body effortlessly, easily, without any attachment. Not looking back. Snake doesn't look back, it goes ahead. 22nd Guru, arrow maker, the one who's making the arrow. Bhagavan Dattatreya sees a person who's making arrow, engrossed, making the tip of the arrow very sharp. And he's so engrossed that the king passed by him and he doesn't take even notice. Those days, if the king are passing, you have to pay respect. And also, it's a great thing to see the king going. But this person is so engrossed in making his arrow that he is not even aware that the whole king and the whole procession, which is so much of shor sharaba noise, despite that, he's not even aware. He's busy. So Bhagavan Dattatreya learns focus and attention on what is to be done without being distracted, focused on the goal. This I have learned from Avadut Siddhappa, which I have told many times, how dedicatedly he does his work. If he's not doing work, he's in meditation. 3 times he gave me this advice whenever I met him. He is total bare nude Avaduta without any idea of his body consciousness. He said all the 3 times the same thing. Either you should be meditating or you should be doing a karma. When you're meditating, you're not doing your karma. When you're doing a karma, you're not meditating. That's fine. But nothing other than these two. So these are indications of avadutas. They are either in their meditative states or moving around doing whatever they do, not being distracted by whatever they do, focused completely. 23rd Guru, next one is the spider makdi. It builds its own webs through the mouth, plays with it, enjoys, and then swallows it. It by its own mouth only removes the web, makes it, creates it, lives in it, plays the whole thing, and then after it finishes, it swallows up its own. So this is the Shrishti. We come, we create, we maintain, and then destruction. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. We only create, we only maintain, and we destroy the whole thing. So the readiness, awareness of this, the passing, it is not stagnant. These stages of life keep moving. The play of consciousness. Also, the spider is careful not to get entangled in its own web. Look at the spider. It has web feet. The feet keeps it safe. It doesn't fall ulta. If it falls the other way, it will get stuck, but it keeps vigilance. So we must not fall trapped to our own creations, what we create. We must be like the spider. This is what Bhagwan learns. And the 24th and the last guru, caterpillar, the bringi, wasp. Not a caterpillar exactly, this is a wasp. There's a strange kind of a wasp. It is like a beetle. This beetle catches a worm and then puts it into the nest and stings it. This beetle catches the worm, stings it in and puts it in the nest, its own nest. Now that sting is so horrible, it doesn't die. It's not a poisonous sting, but the pain and the fear is so much that the worm, it seems, it constantly is remembering and seeing this beetle, and this beetle is making some noise. The fear of that beetle is so deep that its focus is intense on that beetle. And they say this wasp, this worm becomes that beetle just because it is thinking, it is scared, and its focus is all the time on that wasp which bit it. So this worm becomes that wasp. So this is what Bhagwan learned, that what you focus on, you will become that. Whatever you focus on, you become that. So if you want to become that, I am. You focus on that. You focus on the soul. Mainly at the time of death, this helps. So these are the 24 gurus. We bow down to Bhagavan Dattatreya, the Avadut Tattva, Avadut Chintana Shri Gurudev Datta. The Avadut Tattva, when you move deeper, you will fall in love with the Avadut Tattva. Avadut Tattva teaches you all about the self. For that, Avadut Gita. If you are new, you can go to my courses, shiftingintoawareness.com/courses. You will find it there, both languages, Hindi and English. This gives you a complete introduction and knowledge of who Avaduts are and what is their purpose. Their purpose is to teach us this, to become one with this. So, this tattva, when we are ready to learn from life and everybody, we have got the blessings of Avadut Bhagavan Dattatreya. Then only we can be willing to learn from anything and everything in life. Just become aware of life. It might take another 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. Please bear with me. Just become aware of life itself, my whole life. I am here right now and I am aware and conscious of the light, the life that I have had right from childhood till now, the whole life of mine. Just become aware of life in general. How much have I learned from life? How many people, how many situations, how many circumstances entered my life and taught me so many things. Some places I was not available to learn. Some made me learn. But now, by the grace of Avadut, Dattatreya Bhagavan, I become a learner from every aspect of life. Everyone is my Guru. Everything in Prakriti is my Guru. Wherever I look upon, the Guru Tattva is active. And thus I am willing and open to learn from anything and everything in life. Life is the Mahaguru. Life teaches us everything. What cannot be taught even by the Gurus, life teaches. Life is the Mahaguru. I now become conscious and aware of my life and its events, and I treat everything as the grace of God, the grace of the Guru, which teaches me through every event of life. Anyone I look at, anything I look at, I am very conscious and aware. Whatever conversations, people talking, the sounds, the radio, the TV, the mobile phones, the book that suddenly comes into my hand, a board that I accidentally look into, a conversation that I hear from passing people. All these, I'm aware that the Guru Tattva is talking to me and giving me many messages. But I have to be aware. I keep praying to one Tattva, but I do not notice the answer, the teaching can come from anywhere. It can come only when I realize life is my Guru. Become aware of the Guru Tattva in us, around us. I bow to this Guru Tattva in my life, the Guru aspect in me, in my life. Just become aware, the teaching cosmic intelligence. I bow down. This is the light of Shiva that teaches me this. By the grace of awareness, Skanda, I am able to see this. I am able to learn from everything. I bow down deeply to life today on Guru Purnima and I seek the blessings from the cosmic intelligence hidden in every aspect of life. So, in the first stage, the outer, I treat everybody as distinct from me. I have only one Guru. Rest all I am unconscious. But as I move deep inside to the Madhya level, I understand my Guru is in all. When I serve all, I serve my Guru. So from now, by the grace of that Bhagavan and the Guru, I take the whole life as my Param Guru and treat it with reverence. I treat all my teachers with reverence, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Once we get a good catch of this, once we settle down and expand and understand the Guru Tattva now, from here we understand it's not about Guru, a person, it is a Tattva that is functioning. And then I bow to all the Tattvas. With the grace of this, when you deepen through the expansion of your awareness, you move to the next level, the third level, where your intelligence, your intellect, your viveka, your buddhi, your awareness has expanded so much. Awareness is on this chakra, Agya chakra. Your Agya chakra is activated now. Your Guru chakra is fully activated. You realize the Guru is sitting here, not as a person or individual or this thing or that thing, but as pure light. Light now becomes your Guru, which is formless, identityless. It doesn't have any body. That when you realize, and when you turn within, become aware of your Guru chakra, the light in that space, this is the light of Shiva. This light only is known as Skanda, Murugan. So you connect to Murugan, you connect to Skanda or Kartikeya Bhagavan, Subramanya, Shanmuka, whatever you call it. You become aware of this tattva. It is a tattva, the light shining in your intellect. Become aware of your intellect, buddhi. Become aware of your awareness and see how far it has expanded, risen above all the grossness. Feel blessed, grateful, happy, divine to have this realization. The awareness is my Guru. When you have realized this very deeply by personal experience, then you can say the outer Guru has succeeded to reach you to your inner Guru. His work is over. You will see when the Guru's work is over, they are happy, they celebrate because the purpose of the Guru has been served. You have also finished the Rina. When you reach there, now from this Guru Chakra to the Sahasrara, it's a lone journey. Guru can come from Muladhara side by side only till the Guru Chakra. From here, the journey is alone. That is why Shiva tells Parvati, leave everything back. From here, you're moving alone. Sita, after this journey, moves alone. It is the plunge that you take into Nirlamba, the plunge of nothingness, the plunge of non doing, the plunge of just being into the being. Here, at this level, all your concepts drop. By the grace of the inner Guru, Kartikeya or Murugan, all your concepts just drop. You hold on to nothing, no yantra, no mantra, no tantra, no worships. It all falls on its own. You don't have to give it up. Okay? Do not give it anything up. All these happen on its own. Let it happen. Be where you are and do that. If you are in the outer periphery, continue doing it. One day it will ripen, move into the inward. If you are in the inward, continue doing it. One day it will ripen and move to the higher intellect, self awareness. When you come here to the Agya, you are ready for who am I? The Gyan Marga opens. This whole path, what shifting into awareness is talking is Gyan Marga, Arunachala Tattva. So the Gyan Marga, the avatar of Murugan, Ramana Maharshi. He becomes the voice of Shiva. He translates the silence to the people who want to hear. That is why Ramana Bhagwan always remained maximum time in Mauna. Only few moments he opened his mouth for those who really need it, by the grace of which today we are able to understand the Shiva Tattva. So he is a Mauna, Mauni. Dakshinamurti is Mauna. Become aware of Dakshinamurti, Bhagwan Dakshinamurti in your third eye. We'll finish it by 11:30. Just become aware of the third eye, the Guru Chakra. This is where is the seat of Bhagwan Dakshinamurti, Gurave Sarvalokanam, Prishade Bhavaja Rovinam, Nidaye Sarva Vidnyanam, Sri Dakshinamurti Namaha. The meaning is Gurave Sarvalokanam. Here sits the Guru of the whole Loka, the world, the Jagat Guru. Vishaje Bhavaroginam, the doctor of all disease. He is the doctor of all disease. Nidhaye Sarva Vidnyanam. He is the storehouse of all the wisdom. Sri Dakshinamurti Namaha. I salute this God facing the south. Why is he facing south? Because he's sitting on top and looking down. South, we are. We are in the Muladhar. To the Agya, we travel looking upward. Dakshinamurti faces south, downwards, to the people who look upon, whom he has to grace upon. The Guru Tattva is always on the higher, and on the lower is the seeker. So to receive, one step down, grace always flows from up to down. That is why Dakshinamurti. So here he says, Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam. Remove the Bhavaroga. Bhavaroga means this I, the disease of I. The prayer here, see how it has purified. The prayer to this Guru, Dakshinamurti, is nothing but remove my I now. I is the root cause. Who am I? Ramana Maharshi, that is why he is teaching that. The I, the ego, has to completely dissolve Manonasha. So the prayer to Dakshinamurti Bhagwan is the Vishaje Bhavaroginam, you are the doctor of all the diseases. And the biggest disease is the disease of ego. Guru Vashishta teaches his disciple Lord Ram. In Yoga Vashishta Sara, chapter 1, verse 5, you will hear him say, to get rid of this disease called samsara, contemplate on who am I, self inquiry. The self inquiry of who am I was given by Vashishta Guru to Lord Rama, saying that this is the only thing. Who am I? Self inquiry, Atma Vichara is the only process by which you can dissolve the I, the Bhavaroga, the disease of samsara. He calls it as samsara as a disease. So you can see Guru Tattva cures disease, not just the physical or mental, emotional, but also the spiritual, but also the I. In the outside, when you have the I. When you come inside, the I refines into spiritual I. Outside, it is the worldly I. When you come inside, you will see it has become a spiritual I, the spiritual ego, which is the final and most difficult to give up. Because even the spiritual I still continues with some identity. Even a saint says, I am a saint. A sannyasi believes he is a sannyasi. A Mahapurusha thinks he is a Mahapurusha. Subtle ego will be there. The I is there. So that cannot be easily gone. That only with Dakshinamurti Kripa, the remover of all the roga, it can happen. So he's singing this. Gurave sarvalokanam bhishaje bhavaroginam निधाय सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधाय सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये Namaha. Bow down to Lord Dakshinamurti, who is none other than Shiva, for the grace and blessing on Guru Purnima. All who are there in Arunachala, you are at the right place. Connect to Arunachala. Even those who are not there, connect to Arunachala. Dakshinamurti Swarupa. That hill is the only aspect that can dissolve the I. That is why the Arunachala hill is known as the destroyer of ego, the Bhavaroga. Dakshinamurti is seated there. Connect with Arunachala. Connect with the Shiva Tattva there, the Guru Tattva there, Bhagavan Ramana, the voice of Shiva, the voice of Dakshinamurti. And become aware of the blessings right now on Guru Purnima. The blessings of self-realization. Blessing of Lord Murugan, awareness, Shivaputra. Blessings of the teacher Swarupa, Guru Swarupa of Shiva, Dakshinamurti, in my whole body, mind, spiritual being. I experience this downpour of grace. Today, on this holy day, I ask with pure intention to lead me to light, to lead me to the self-realization by removing the disease in me, the Bhavaroga. O Guru of the whole universe, Dakshinamurti, you are the doctor of all diseases. Please heal all the disease in me, the disease of samsara, and the greatest Bhavaroga in me, the disease of I, the ego. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam, you are the storehouse of all wisdom. With your grace, let all the wisdom of the self open in me. Sri Dakshinamurte Namaha. I bow down to you, O Dakshinamurti, who's looking down on me with compassion. become aware of the Guru Tattva, Brahmanandam Paramasukadam, Kevalam Jnanamurtim, Dvandvatitam Gagana Tattvamasya Laksham, Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam, Sarvadi Sakshibhutam, Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam, Satgurum Tam Namami. I bow to all the Gurus, the external, internal, and the highest Guru, which are all forms of Lord Shiva. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam, Brahmanandam, the one universe, the infinite, Paramasukha, the ultimate peace of Satchidananda. May I be bestowed with this. Kevalam Jnanamurtim, you are the holder of all the wisdom. May I become the wisdom. Ramana Maharishi said, when a Jnani attains Jnana, he does not become a Jnani, he becomes Jnanam. He becomes Jnana itself. Jnani means the ego is still there. The Jnani, the holder of wisdom, he says, it only Jnana remains. The Jnani dies. Kevalam Jnanamurtim. Dvandvatitam, take me beyond duality. Gagana Satrusham, make me like expansive like the sky. Tattvamasyadi Laksham, Tattvamasyadi. Thou art that, I am that, Tattvam, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasyadi Laksham. That's my goal, Lakshyam. Ekam Nityam, one eternal, just one eternal supreme consciousness. Vimalamachalam, the pure, unchanging. Nischala. Sarvadi Sakshibhutam, the witness of the intellect, the witness, Sakshi of the intellect by which I become a pure witness, the pure awareness. The intellect's function is awareness, buddhi. Bhavatitam, I go beyond all bhava, the mental conditions. Trigunarahitam, above and beyond all the gunas. Satgurum tam namami, all these qualities whom who can bestow upon me is the Satguru. Satgurum tam namami. The Guru form in these three formats. I bow down to the Shiva, Param Shiva, the Param Guru, who manifests in these three layers to take me closer and closer to himself until I become he. Just remain in pure awareness, drop everything, just one pure awareness. Experience the grace on this holy day. Only the feeling of deep gratitude and deep unconditional love. Nothing to ask, nothing to give, just pure love. Deep gratitude to the Guru Tatva, to all the Gurus in my life. Deep love and respect to all the Gurus in my life. May all be blessed. Deep gratitude to every person, situation in my life who teach me, taught me. May all be blessed. May all evolve. May all be free. May everyone attain the Purna, the complete state. With this, we end this event. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudayachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Avadhuta Chintana Shri Gurudeva Datta. Arunachala Shiva. Stay blessed all.